There we are. Hello, Chop Soy. How are you doing? I hope I fixed my typo in a stream heading very late. I did not realize that typo was there, so that was interesting. Pepe Jam. Liking the jams, Chop? Wait a minute. Do I not have Pepe Jam? What is this? What am I doing with my life? Chop, how was your vacation? Come on, Pepe Jam. I was like, not too long ago, like a couple days ago, I was like, wait, why haven't I seen Chop stream for a while? Where are his streams? And then I checked your Discord. You were on vacation. I was like, oh, that's where Chop's been. Now it all makes sense. Spent a lot of money, and that's about it. Match. Oh boy. Uh, I don't. Was it at least fun? Was it worth spending the money, Chop? Was spending the money to make it a good time? I like spending money. Yep. Cool. Nice. All right. Chop, since you're here, let me go to this screen. Let's get Genshin off for a second. All right. I didn't get a chance earlier because you played Chop Reaver Poggies, yeah. There's a reason. You played through your Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time playthrough so fast. I didn't get a chance to do the thing for you. Where is it? Okay, so not too long ago, I purchased myself one of these. A full 12 hole ocarina. And so I started learning it, and I didn't get time to learn it before you were finished your playthrough of Ocarina of Time. But now I know, so I'll play a little bit for you. Alright, let's hope this works. Don't lose your fairy ocarina to the bad dragon. The what? Wait, the bad dragon? Wait, the one in the fire temple? Oh, who got hammered in the head too much? Yeah, that one. What's his name? Like Volvagia or something? I remember when I was a kid, I always called it like Volvagia. But then I heard someone online actually pronounce it. It's like Volvagia, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense. All right, let's see if I can do this. I haven't had much practice. All right, Song of Time. That's the one I know the best, so I still want to work on other ones. And I shall get to them when I can. Wait, my tags failed to update. That's weird. Wait, what the heck is going on? People clap. Thanks, Chop. Well, this is weird. OBS can't update my tags. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll just play the game. Just do the game stuff. Yeah. I really wish I had like sheet music of Ocarina of Time stuff. All I have is fingering charts, and it's like, okay, that's fine. That's okay. Like it shows me how to do the notes and everything, but like I know how to read music, so I'd rather have sheet music. Makes it easier to know No, like how long to hold the notes and everything. A lot easier to read sheet music than just fingering charts. At least to me. Wow. Actually really close to this commission right off the bat. So what's up next for your stream, Chop? More Genshin or any other non-Genshin content coming? I got some BGM. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, it's right A down, right A down. Oh, yeah, that's Song of Time. That's how you play Song of Time. Nice. Yeah, don't worry, Chop. I figure things out eventually, usually, on stream. That's how it works. Music channel, mod check? Wow, it just didn't... It says it's playing. Game sound channel? Alright. There's game sound. Why is... Okay, the music is just not working. I have to manually do things, because, of course, stream elements. Just, yeah. Good old classic stream elements. Just, you know, it likes to drop the ball, because that's what it does. That's just what stream elements does. Stream elements media request is pretty garbo. Yeah, it's not great. But I don't have anything else.
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage.
I think the thing you were telling me about that you use, Chop, is like something integrated with Spotify. Wait, can I nope, can't sneak into this one.
Shudder! Blood of frost! I condemn you!
Alright. Normally I actually try to sneak these ones. But I'm just gonna go kill the guys anyway.
Beg for mercy.
Wow, there's a lot here. Alright, I use Nightbot for the song command, which looks at your last FM. Last FM. I vaguely know what Last FM is, but not a whole lot. And it's pretty easy to set up Last FM. To scrabble your Spotify activity. Wait, is scrabble a typo, or is that actually the word? This guy. Scrabble? Oh, that's a Last FM word? Wait, what? That's just a word from Last FM that has meaning? Interesting. Okay, I'm guessing it's like... Wait, Last FM to scrabble your Spotify. Okay, so what if... Alright, hypothetically... Chop, hypothetically, what if one does not have Spotify? What could one do? Over there. Or iTunes. Okay, I guess I could use iTunes. Yeah, I guess with iTunes, I would be limited to my local library. Because I don't have any streaming services right now. Except for, like, that's why I currently use Stream Elements. Wait, Stream Elements just uses YouTube, which is always free, anyway. Foobar will also scrabble to Last FM. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really use Foobar for stream music.
Nowhere to hide.
The user interface just isn't, like, as good for it. I pretty much just only use foobar for just, like, when I just want to sit and just really listen to something.
Beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you.
What do you use to play music? Windows Media Player? No. So when I just want to listen to music, I use foobar. And then for stream music, I usually do the intro using iTunes. Because I'll play like something that I know I have. And then for background music, I just use the Stream Elements thing from YouTube. Oh my god. I feel like I named all the biggest players. Don't tell me you use VLC. No, but on occasion, I have used my video player setup to play music. Because it does stream the music bit perfect to my DAC. So that, it does work.
More speed.
Classic, you know, audiophile move. Yeah, I still have VLC installed. I don't really use it that much, though. It's only when, like, I really need to just play something quick and I don't want it full screen and I don't want any upscaling. Just throw it in VLC, because it just works. Oh, I use Pot Player for all of my video files. Oh yeah, I have heard of Pot Player. That's kind of what people generally recommend over VLC. Does Pot Player work with MadVR? Do you use MadVR at all, Chop? I think it does work with it. Oh, these commissions are... they're pretty relaxing. A little bit. You just gotta fly around. Nothing too strenuous, but there is a timer. So, like, even though I know it's an easy commission, like, the timer just gets me. I've not used it before. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how long ago it was that I discovered MadVR, but it's so good. Like, I used it to watch a 720p anime once, and it looked like 4K. The upscaling on MadVR is so good.
More speed.
And you've got a 3080. Oh wait, but it also depends on what you're watching on. But nowadays I just stream everything from cloud services. Oh, okay, that makes it pretty nice. Pretty simple. Just hard to find anime content. Yeah, that's the thing with actually trying to stream things. Anime content isn't always there. And, like, the subs aren't always great. But I don't know. I also don't watch that much TV/movies. Yeah, I don't watch that much either. Basically, since I started playing Genshin, actually. It's just been less time watching TV and movies. More time playing Genshin and streaming. So yeah, you can like trade some stuff for some other stuff. I just think video games are an ascended form of media. Ascended, like superior to YouTube. Or like just video stories in general. It's like how YouTube tutorials are way better than books. Oh yeah, that's true. Like have the ability to show you, like, physically. So you can see what's up. Yo, Lithy! Thank you so much for subscribing for 3 months. Damn, oh man, I want to see your updated badge, but you got a first badge. Hey, Lithy, first, alright, Lithy was first to stream. Sorry, Chop, looks like you missed out. Did someone say first? Yeah, you're first, Lithy. It's official. First one to stream. Oh. Chop says, it's okay. I can be second. Yep. Alright, Chop. Thanks for being a good sport. Lily says, you know what they say. First is worst, second is the best. That is true. They do say that. I've heard that. You know, I may have heard it around children's schoolyards. But I'm sure it still holds merit, you know. First is worst. Yeah, first is the worst, second's the best. I believe third is the nerd. Chop says, that quest with the Neko Shrine has a lot of lore and plot. Oh yeah, it really does. Like, I played... Like, yeah, I'm assuming you're not just talking about the commission, but like the whole quest. Well, he says, no, third is the one with the hairy chest. First the worst, second the best, third is... Whoa. It does work. Third is the one with the hairy chest. Interesting. At my school, third was the nerd. I guess it depends on where you grew up. Chop says, I totally missed it the first time. I had to fill up on the wiki. Oh, wow. Yeah, doing that whole, like, Neko Shrine thing was really interesting. You get the whole, like, history about, like, different characters, like, from the past, and, like, who Hibiki was. And, oh, there's the other one, it's, like, Domeki. Yeah, that's the one. And how the gods created, like, a storm and take out their ship. I had no idea what the Tsurumi Island quest dialogue was about until I read back in the Seirei Island lore. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tsurumi Island. Wait a minute, so... I know the Thunderbird and, like, kind of stuff going on. I haven't finished Tsurumi Island yet. You hope you finish the Tsurumi Island quest by now. It's, like, 5 whole days. I think I'm on, like, day 3. I haven't finished it yet, Chop. But, like, I'm on part of it where... I'm at the part where we're trying to save Rue from the Thunderbird. And we're starting to destroy trees. Oh yeah, I won't spoil you. Thanks, Job. What is Tsunami Island? Oh, Lithy, you gotta check this island out. It's like this foggy island where there's like dead people walking around. Not them, they're not. They're just monsters. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see them, but yeah, basically this whole island, it's like a time travel thing where there are people who are used to be there who've come back and they're dead now, but they're there in this timeline. Anyway, there was like a whole sacrifice thing, and now our job is to save this kid from being sacrificed to a giant Thunderbird. It's fun. Sounds like dead people. Oh yeah, I'm sure the story would bore someone to death. Jeff says, I get so confused with the Inazuman names. Oh, yeah. There are a lot of them. Those guys never appeared there before. Step 1, onion. Oh, this song's great. Flash says, I have 6.9 thousand channel points. Nice. Yo. That is dope, Flash. All right, what am I doing? We gotta do the story. Come on. Oh, wowza. Oh yeah, it's the Funky James Stew number 2. I don't know what happened to number 1, but I do know number 2. Chop says, huh? Just realized Sayu's E is the same ability as Goron Link from Majora. Oh my god, it is. It really is. Those idiots never released a number 1. Yeah, like, what is this? Oh, what's their name again? Smack Jive, that's it. Can't believe Smack Jive never released a Funky Jam Student number 1. What are they thinking? They must be merry pranksters. Also, because somebody mentioned Goron Link.
Weather like this. There's this ninjutsu technique called Coco Snow, where you can
But there we go. I got this one. I want to practice more on stream. Ah. All right. That's Bolero of Fire. And that's all the notes they have in this music. So I want more. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it yet. Ocarina, I'm learning it. I'm getting better. It's fun. Back to game. Then go up the scale, same pattern. Really? That's it? It's just do 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 do. Oh yeah, it does go up the scale. Is it up by like a whole note? Is that all it is? I should learn this stuff at some point. Not exactly. Oh. Okay, well then it's not easy. I can't just do it out of the blue. Alright, where's this quest? It's over here. It's in D minor. Yes. D minor. Which has C and F? So it's like you're just doing F, D, F, D, A, F, A, F. Is that what I'm doing? I'm going... Alright, so I have different notes, I guess. I've got A, D, A, D. No, wait, no, that's the... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong song. Oh yeah, it is F, D, F, D. Whoa, wait, Lithy, did you just know the notes? Or did you, like, did you just perfect pitch that? What just happened? Oh, then it's G, E, G, E, B flat, G, B flat, G. Oh, you know the song. No way. Alright, can I do... Damn it, what's B flat? I haven't fully learned all the notes yet. I think this is B flat. Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Then E, G, B flat is diminished triad, yeah. What song? Yeah, it's Bolero of Fire from Ocarina of Time. So if it's... Wait. What was the first part? And then... Oh, that does sound right. Nice, Lethy. And then it goes up one more. And then there's some, like, fun stuff at the end, which I'm not going to be able to do without sheet music. Flash says, I can only play piano and only anime music in Harry Potter. Nice, Flash. Playing anime music is fun. In terms of, like, knowing lyrics to things, I like learning anime music lyrics.
Albedo! We're here!
Harry Potter, my favorite anime. Oh, wow. I mean, around book 5, Harry Potter does get kind of anime. Harry's all like, He's all like angsty and Snape making me learn all this stuff. I don't want to do it. Good old Harry Potter anime. Was it? Oh, what's the like TikTok? It's a pipe bomb thing from YouTube. Classic Harry Potter content.
Traveler, Paimon.
Flash, is Harry Potter like your favorite like book series or movie series?
Your faces say that perhaps you haven't turned up anything?
What he says, has Paimon always had that weird scarf / cape?
We investigated
Yeah.
all over the mountain, actually.
She has.
But we didn't see anyone that looked like you or hear of anyone else meeting you.
Yeah, this is Flash. Yep, that's always been there. Maybe you were too distracted by my Paimon voice that you didn't notice her scarf / cape thingy. And like, if you look really closely, it's not doing a good view of it right now, but her cape is like a view of the cosmos, which is suspicious. Flash says, actually, my favorite anime is Cory in the House. Yo, dang. What an anime. Wait, is Cory in the House animated? Or is it live action? I can't remember. I didn't grow up with Cory in the House. Okay, was it live action? Yeah. Lithy, were you a watcher of said show? Real voice Craigasm. Oh, holy crap. I totally forgot to mention... Where is that? I gotta find it. Here we go. Here's the thing. Oh, come on. Wait, is it not? There it is. Alright, because Lithy referenced Real Voice, Paimon Real Voice. I started putting my YouTube, or VODs on YouTube, stream VODs. And so, if you want to see the, like, birth of the Paimon voice, it's this video right here. Second stream ever video. That's where the Paimon voice was born. And if you want some, like, a real piece of history, in my very first stream, I try to do Paimon's high-pitched voice. I don't do that one anymore. Oh, I don't have... No, YouTube... The YouTube command does not work. That I'm going to save for when I make a real YouTube channel, not a VOD channel. But I should add a command for that. I can add a VODs command. Yeah, eventually, like, I really wanted to start making real YouTube videos, not just VODs. During my, I'm on vacation right now from work. But I didn't get time. And holy crap, uploading takes so long. Alright, we got this now. This should work. There we go. Alright, we have a VODs command. I guess in the meantime, while there's nothing else using it, I'll just make the YouTube command, point it at the VODs channel for now, and then I can update that later. Thanks for the idea, Flash. Alright, so for those of you who may have missed last stream or haven't played the story quest yet, basically, someone stole Albedo's notes, his very important scientific notes. He claims it was probably his, stash of anime girl photos, but someone stole them and we're trying to find them. And turns out the thief escaped by, like, disguising themselves as Albedo. So there's an Albedo imposter out there. We gotta find them. Flash says, today I asked another friend what Genshin character I remind them of, and the answer was much better than Fischl. Nice. Which one was it, Flash? Lithy says, what is even happening? What are you saying? All right, Lithy, let me see if I can put this in the simplest possible terms. Albedo has things stolen. Thief looks like Albedo. Paimon is sexy. There, that's it. You're caught up. Hu Tao. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Nice, Flash. All right, Flash is now on the level of Hu Tao. Awesome.
This is not unexpected.
Oh no, Monkey's here.
I haven't made much progress either.
Monkey
He
says,
appears
ah
to know
yes.
that we are looking for him, and has opted to lie low for the time being.
Monkey remembers that callback. Monkey made like the best clips of me saying that Paimon is sexy. They were hilarious. Alright, so the thief appears to know that we're looking for him and is lying low now. Or maybe he has always operated discreetly. He said, Nathan, stop simping over Paimon. I'm not simping over Paimon. I'm just telling you the objective truth. Lisa, who is he talking to? Lithy, this is called breaking the fourth wall. Is when they talk to the audience. Flash is just wait and watch. You'll get to see actual sexy Paimon. Do I want to? Flash, I'm assuming. Oh, maybe like at the end of the game when Paimon transforms into her. Yeah, spoilers. Wait, I have the no spoil. No, wait, I couldn't add the no spoilers tag because friggin' OBS wasn't working. It's just straight up not working, my stream stuff. So I have to edit it directly in Twitch. No spoilers. Not my fault. Yeah, OBS, more like no BS, but actually yes BS. Yeah, it's OBS, more like all the BS. But I'm guessing, my guess is at the end of the game, Paimon will reveal her true self, and she's actually going to be like a super powerful god. Who will probably be sexy, as they usually are. Better than Streamlabs, though. I agree, Flash. OBS has got some like great features now. It's like really good and really efficient. And I'm using like a sweet audio plugin. So I can like separate all my audio sources and I don't need like Elgato's Wavelink software or anything. It's so nice. And eventually like this stuff will get added into OBS. So I won't even need a plugin.
Still, there is one thing I found. I discovered footprints on some parts of the mountain, and although they were a little covered by the snow, I could tell they'd been left by someone of a similar size to myself.
So the thief is exactly Albedo-sized. What a copycat.
The footprints were quite numerous, so I believe my next step will be to rule out each of the adventurers active on Dragonspine, one by one.
Wait, Albedo actually suspects the adventurers? Interesting. First people to suspect, your own crew. Flash says, speculation says she is Celestia's sister. It can be true, but it can be false. It's just speculation. Yeah, like my guess is kind of like something along those lines. I swear she's got to do something with the God of Time. It's just because like when you pause the game, she's there and she can still move even though time has stopped for everything else. And then you have the power to like advance time quickly. I don't know, that's a little, maybe a little far-fetched, but it's interesting.
We can help with that. We have plenty of contact with the adventurers. So now we...
Uh-oh. Avalanche?
What was that?
It came from that direction.
Could it be the
Earthquake?
imposter?
Was that Paimon's stomach rumbling? Flash says, but we all know one thing. The shadows deepen. Shadows Amidst Snowstorms, Act 2. We all know one thing, that Paimon is sexy. You got that right, Flash.
What are these boys also doing here?
What's up with the boars? Who cares? Oh, okay, just go to the light. Follow the light.
Hey, did you see that? Did those rocks shake just now?
Were they rockin' and a rollin'? Rockin' and a really rocks and rock. Wait, Bobberin.
That was most unfortunate.
Oh, it was Eula. Eula's thighs were probably quaking the world.
What are you guys doing here?
With Bennett and Amber. What are they doing here? I'd assume it was some sort of bad luck.
I have to agree. We've been wandering this area for days.
We ran into Pallet earlier.
Ugh,
You know,
Pallid. Pepe
kind of a
Scoots.
reckless sort of guy.
Reckless
You know the one?
Pallid.
Anyway, he said he was unlucky, so I gave him some adventuring survival tips.
Flash says, Mommy? Sorry, Mommy? Sorry, Mommy? Sorry, wait, sorry, Eula? Wait, what is this? This is referencing something.
After that, he disappeared to rejoin the training camp.
Or are you just trying to get me to say that, Flash?
Wait. Are you saying that after all this time, you still haven't made it back to the base camp?
Oh, it's a meme copy pasta. Oh, I'm not familiar with the meme.
Well, as you can see,
It was nothing really. We just hit a few landslides and snowdrifts and took a few downhill tumbles. You know the deal.
BRB. Okay. See you in a bit, Flash. And yes, as Bennett says, you know, just like, it's a normal day. You hit a few landslides and snowdrifts. You fall down, like, some hills. It's just like, that happens to everyone every day, right? Multiple times. Lily says, Wait, are you familiar with this meme, Letty?
They sound like unforgettable life events to me.
Anyway, you are correct. We haven't made it to the base camp yet. We
No,
have had
okay.
extraordinarily poor luck over the last few days. Almost as if a sinister force has been trying to thwart our every move.
So either their bad luck was the imposter thwarting their every move, or it was just Bennett. Just Bennett.
Fortunately, I made advance arrangements for Gerald to remain in a safe location and conduct some basic physical training exercises.
I'm sorry. I'm the one to blame for all this. I've always had bad luck and it always rubs off on everyone around me.
Yeah, Bennett, stop rubbing off on everyone around you. It's not cool.
Sorry to create so much extra trouble for everyone. I don't know what to say. Maybe this is the awesome power of fate. The scary kind, I mean.
Olivia says, haha, yeah, Bennett, you suck. In terms of the story, Bennett does suck. But in terms of combat, Bennett is basically the best character in the game. So, try to get him if you don't have him. No, Bennett, no. Don't say that. You're great. You're great.
I agree.
I'm not scared to be around you, Malka S.
Yep, we're just used to it now. Besides, it's not like we have the most amazing luck ourselves.
Come on, Bennett. No. Hey, come on. Flash is back. Yeah, Bennett, you suck. All right, everyone's on the Bennett sucks train now.
Really? I think you guys have way better luck than I do.
Well, what can we do about that? Oh, Paimon knows. How about Paimon share some of her luck with you?
Does Paimon have luck to share?
you're welcome to a bit of mine too. Although
Oh.
if the last few days are anything to go by, it seems in pretty short supply at the moment.
But he is better than Kazuha. Wait, what does that mean? Why is Kazuha unlucky? Take some of mine too, Bennett. Yeah, Bennett. I'll lend you some of my luck.
You guys.
Oh, cause Bennett sucks, but Kazuha blows? Cause he's Animo. Cause he's a wind character. Okay, Flash, nice.
Aw, thanks. With a little luck
Cal.
from everyone combined, we'll make it down this mountain for sure.
Yeah, you bet.
Let me flip a treasure hoarder insignia to test it out. All right, it's Tails. The opposite of what I guessed.
Alright, Lithy needs some help with domains and bosses. Alright, Lithy, what's your UID? Kappa.
So you can predict your fortune this way?
Alright, Lithy, refund yourself. Come on. You don't even have... Do you even have Genshin installed right now?
It has two sides, so there's a 50-50 chance of me getting it correct.
Yes, that is how coins work, Bennett.
Luck all comes down to probability, too. So as long as I use up all the bad luck, everything else will go smoothly.
I'm not quite sure that's how it works, but okay. Lithy says, I don't know how to do that. And yeah, probs. Wait, you don't know how to refund your own, like, refund stream reward requests? You just go to mod view and then you open the stream requests thing and there will be a button that says cancel or yeah, something like cancel. Bennett is relatable. He loses 50-50s too. Oh, dang. Flash, how many 50-50s have you lost?
Guessing wrong when I flip an insignia is one way to use up some of the bad luck. So the probability of having some good luck in the near future just got a little higher.
I hope that's how it
He's
works.
making no sense at all. Why aren't you calling him out?
Paimon, I'm actually polite to most people. Unlike one of us here.
Guys, I guessed wrong in my insignia flip, which means we should be able to make it back to camp.
Oof, 8. Dang. That's a lot, Flash. That's quite a... Oh, 9. I forgot about Albedo banner. Albedo banner. I said that right. Dang, Flash. That's a lot of Chi-Chis you got. I really hope you didn't get all Chi-Chis.
Paimon's not sure that's how it works.
Let me try. It's this way, right?
Alright, let's let Bennett lead the way. Flash says, I got Chi-Chi on 88 pity, then Albedo on 80. Wow. Man, that's a lot of wishes. Livy says, I did it. Or I did it? I don't know. What did you do, Livy?
Oh! Ow! My butt! What is this shard of ice doing here?
Ooh. Did Bennett land on a shard of ice? Ouch. Flash says, had to wail for it, but then Albedo C1 and 20 pulls. Oh, I am glad, Flash. I am glad you got something in a low number of pulls. That's really nice.
How truly miraculous. This is a miracle of misfortune.
It's truly miraculous that Bennett jammed his butt on a shard of ice. Okay, Albedo. Yeah, he redeemed himself. That he did. Go, Albedo.
I don't usually believe in luck, but Bennett makes the best case for it I've ever seen.
It's probably less like luck and more like a curse.
Amber, if you are ever required to partner with Bennett in your future work and you encounter anything like this again, do not take any rash action. Wait for me and I will come to support you.
Wow. Just need one more for C2, the broken ones. The broken cons. Constellation. Albedo's C2 constellation is broken?
Huh? Yes, of course.
As usual, I am not familiar with many 5 stars constellations, because I probably will never get them. Amber X Eula is so cute. They are pretty cute together. Oh, especially like in her Eula's character trailer when Amber was watching her dance from the bushes. That was still a cute scene.
Now that you mention it, I do feel
It wasn't
a little
creepy.
tired.
Don't worry.
Trekking in the mountains
those who
has
don't
a way
know.
of wearing you out.
Well, since everyone is tired, why not take a rest in my camp?
Yeah, so Albedo, bring us all back to your camp.
I'm so sleepy.
Why's everyone sleepy all of a sudden?
Hot soup and a good sleep would sure be welcome right now.
Suddenly, I'm
This is
kinda sleepy
suspicious.
too.
Amber will fall asleep in the snow if we keep going much longer. Come on, let's move. We shall head to Albedo's camp and get some rest. Take stock of our supplies, and decide how to get off this mountain.
Eula asked her to tango with her in the character demo too. Oh yeah! I totally forgot that happened. Eula character demo. She's more like Amber's mom. Like the way she looks, yeah, kind of. That's the teaser. Let's watch this for a second.
Flickering candlelight.
Damn, that move. Eula's actually awesome, an awesome character. I've been really liking her kit so far.
This was once part of a ceremony for aristocrats to show off their stature. Now it's just a private pastime.
Second favorite track from all demos. Oh yeah, the music is great in this one.
Vengeance will be mine! As a descendant of a fallen
Looks
ancestor,
neato.
I alone must break free from the chains of revenge.
It's pretty good. Zhongli one is good, but this one is satisfying.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
this is very satisfying character demo.
Rack and
Zhongli's
ruin.
also is good.
Are you here to spy on me?
No, I was just worried you might be in trouble.
Not yet. It takes two to tango. Shall we?
Huh?
I totally forgot that happened. Yeah. She asks Amber to tango with her. That was great. Zhongli one is most coolest. Two to tango? Oh, whoa, Lithy. You mean like maybe in an sort of operation that requires tangoing? Like a Operation Tango? Alright, so Zhongli is most coolest, but this one is most satisfying. Alright, I would agree with that, Flash. I agree. Monka? Says Livy. Did you know, Lithy, that they added like more content to Operation Tango? There's more missions and stuff now. One man spam. Oh no, somebody ban this spammer in the
Make yourselves
chat.
comfortable. Oh, I forgot. I don't have that many chairs. Please wait a moment.
Livy, if you do one more, I will actually time you out. Flash says Zhongli one hypes you up as Riot hypes you up, so does Raiden, but Eula one is more like soothing. Oh, true, yeah. Uh-oh, Chop Suey's getting in on this two-man spam. Oh no, Lithy, why must you always start the rebellions within the chat? My god, it always happens. Chop, I can't believe you. I can't believe you went in with this. You're welcome. Thanks, Lithy. Thank you so much. Who's the artist that made that emote, Flash? That's hilarious. Oh yeah, Albedo invites everyone back to his camp and he's like, oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have chairs for everyone to sit down. So I shall draw you some chairs. That's how you make chairs.
What's he doing? Painting?
Yes, he's painting some chairs into existence. Because that's how carpentry works. Well, Flash, the same person who made this. No way, same person who made the Thomas the Tank Engine emote. Nice.
He is.
Yes, he is painting.
He's painting a chair. Wait, alchemy can turn paintings into objects? How is this possible?
Oh, these emotes are pretty cute, Flash. Like the smile emote. Wait, the smile one is creepy? Oh yeah, I guess because of the tilted head. I don't know, my first impression was cute. The hug, oh, I didn't even notice the arms in the hug one. That one's pretty cute. Eula, more like Pula. Yes. Flashbox with the smile. Stula. Alright, Eula, more like Bula. Yeah.
My paintings are like blueprints. Alchemy simply enables me to omit the manufacturing part of the process. It's an elementary level technique.
Alchemy enables me to omit the manufacturing part of the process. So, yeah, it's just an elementary level technique. Like, this is just like the basics of alchemy. Don't you know how to make stools out of paintings? Come on, everyone knows how to do that.
With enough research and experimentation, this same technique can even be used to create living beings.
Flash says, you know what comes after USA? No, Flash, what comes after USA?
Whoa. Well, since you can magically produce chairs, can I have one with a backrest?
Oh my god, USB. Wow, Flash. Wow. That's clever. But I'm still giving this Pepe Scoots. Boo. Jeez, yeah, Pepe Scoots. Everyone Pepe Scoots at Flash for that one. Jeez. Alright, I hope Bennett gets a nice chair. I'll just take a stool. Or a stoola.
No problem. How many of you want backrests?
Can I have a headrest as well? And can you make mine a massage chair, please, Albedo? That's what I want.
Me!
I'll also take one with a backrest, if you please.
Can Paimon have a chair that comes with a juicer?
What? A chair that comes with a juicer? Are we gonna juice Paimon? A whole chair is way too big for you. Surely, Paimon. I'm sure it is.
Still beats squeezing onto a stool with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to share a stool with you either, Paimon.
Cool, we have chairs now.
Oh,
This is so comfortable. Makes me want to stay the night here.
Oh, it flashes Paimon body juices and then gives a creepy smile. Alright, now I'm glad we established that that is a creepy smile. That's a creepy thing to say, Flash. And I appreciate it.
You're very welcome to stay overnight if you wish. There's still some time before dinner. Get some rest, everyone. I'll tend the stove.
Better than Paimon body fluids. They're basically the same thing, Flash.
Hey now, we can't be letting you do all the work. I can help. Please, put me to work.
No? Okay, I guess. I don't know, what does Paimon have? Like lemon juice? Nope. Or grape juice? Paimon gamer juices? Oh yeah, well everyone's got gamer juices. What, if you play games, you've got gamer juices. It's right in
Pace
ya.
yourself. Dinner could be a while. I still have a few things to prepare.
When will dinner be? Oh, that'll probably advance the plot. So let's talk about all the other things that we possibly have to talk about. Also, I like how they just, went to black as Albedo uses alchemy to create the chairs. They were like, just trust us. Paimon, no, like, Albedo can use alchemy. He made those chairs out of the painting. Just don't worry, it happened.
I hadn't expected you to be so interested in paint. I once tried grinding mist flowers into powder and mixing it with white paint to replicate the sparkle of snowflakes. The end result was quite satisfactory, but works that use this kind of paint need to be stored carefully. If you want to try it for yourself, I can help you.
Yes, Albedo, I shall take 3 cans of your finest paints. You can't handle my finest paints.
Even now, I don't believe I have fully grasped the nature of the threat that Dragonspine poses, but I will endeavor to keep you safe. That much you can trust in.
Alright, Albedo's gonna keep us safe, thank you. My finest paints are fit for a dragon, let alone a man. But paint maker, I need your finest paints. Flash says, juice equals you juice something, and fluids equals liquids from something, without juicing the source. Okay, so if we squeezed Paimon, we would get the juice, and if we didn't, and we just got... Okay, I'm not gonna keep going. You need to go to a cellar of weaker paints. But paint seller, I need your finest paints. I'm going into battle tomorrow. Please, paint seller. Alright, how are you holding up, Albedo?
I wish I could simply respond with, I'm fine.
My finest paints would kill you, traveler. I don't know how the rest of it goes. I've only seen that video twice. Albedo, yeah. I wish I could simply respond with, I'm fine. Ugh. Smoge Albedo, he's not doing too well.
But you are a true friend to me, so I should be honest with you.
And that's how true friends communicate. They are honest with each other.
Recently, certain questions have been occupying my mind. Questions about the nature of life and creation.
Wow. Now we're getting deep. Well, this is Albedo right now. With a video.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yep, he's not fine. Wait, was that... Who was that? Ah, Katy Perry. I thought it was Katy Perry. Nice. Wow, but Albedo's getting real deep. Questions about the nature of life and creation. Oh yeah, also, for anyone who missed, like, the first part of the story, Albedo confided in us, or in me, in us, the Traveler, that he is not a real human, he is a synthetic human. He was not born, but created. And his brother's a giant poison dragon. So that's interesting.
However, I feel that rushing into a discussion with you on these topics before my ideas on them are fully formulated will bring you far more confusion than clarity. So I will wait till my thoughts are clear in my own head before I share them with you. Until then, please forgive me.
Alright, so he actually can't tell us how he's feeling, because he needs to take some time to understand his own feelings. That makes sense. You gotta take some time for yourself. But what happened today? What did happen today?
Oh, don't worry about it. A chance like this to gather around the fire and chat into the night is a rare and precious one for me. I won't participate in the conversation much. It's just a habit of mine. But please know that I am enjoying the atmosphere all the same.
It's a habit of mine to host a party and not talk to anybody. Albedo, the ultimate introvert.
Of course. I'm happy to continue chatting with you, if you'd like.
Yep, ultimate introvert. Doesn't want to chat in the group, but will totally chat one-on-one. Sag, yeah. To be an introvert. It's just, I'm cool with one-on-one chats, but group chats? I got nothing to say. Can't do it. Alright, let's leave Albedo in peace for now so we can have a chance to talk to everyone else.
Let's not get bogged down in technicalities. I want you to be able to relax and make yourself at home here.
Nice guy. Alright, what's up,
I wonder
Bennett?
if there's anything I could do to help out.
Wait, about the rookie. Which rookie? Gerald?
Oh, you mean Gerald?
Yeah.
I heard that Eula developed a whole training program for him. He might be new, but I bet he'll improve pretty quickly with a mentor like that.
I bet Eula is a good mentor. She's... How old is Eula? I think we went over this on a previous stream. She's like 27 or something?
I feel bad. It's hard knowing that I've been causing so much trouble for everyone.
Because Lisa's the oldest. She's like 32.
Being a little unlucky is usually no big deal for me. But in a place like this, it makes me worry that something really bad might come of it. No, wait, I shouldn't have said that. I might have actually jinxed it now.
And then I wondered... I guess... it's so weird. The Traveler apparently isn't old enough to drink. Sag. But they're like hundreds of years old. They just look like they're underage.
You know me. Same old Bennett. Unlucky as ever. But as long as bad luck doesn't break me, I'll always get back up again. Especially on a cool adventure like this one. I gotta make the most of it.
Yeah, classic Bennett. Get knocked down, get back up. With a spring in his step.
Sorry for dragging you guys into another situation. I didn't
thanks,
used to know any
Bennett.
of these knights very well. But after spending some time with them on this trip, it's really opened my eyes to my own shortcomings.
Whoa, what? Bennett having personal growth? Wow. I wonder what it would be like to have personal growth.
They're all so talented and kind. I have a lot to learn from them. Oh yeah, you gotta tell me sometime how you managed to make friends with so many talented people.
You know, Bennett? Yeah, I don't know. And Lily says, I wouldn't know. Yep. Personal growth.
Okay, cool.
Would be nice.
Make sure you eat plenty when dinner's ready.
Eat plenty when dinner's ready. All right.
Pace
I
yourself.
think, I'm
Dinner.
guessing if we do the main talking thing, it'll be the next person. And we
It's
just go
almost
around the
ready
table.
now. Traveler, please light the campfire and gather everyone for dinner.
Okay, yeah, we gather everyone for dinner. Flash says, Genshin won the PlayStation Best Game of the Year award, so we're getting 200 primos per day for 4 days, so 800 in total. Yes, I saw that message right before stream. And it made me laugh because I was like, wow, Genshin wins like a PlayStation award and gives everyone 800 primos. But Genshin Anniversary, and they give everyone 10 wishes, which is equivalent to 1,600 primos. So it's like half of... So we're getting like half of the anniversary rewards just for this reward thing. Flash says, and only 800. Well, Flash, it's better than the like 108 primos that we got like last year, February thing. And hi, what's up, Ghostly Heath? How you doing? Oh, he says, wow, that's a lot of these bad boys. Yeah. Wait, what are these bad boys? Let me check it out. Doing well. How are you today? I'm doing pretty great, Ghostly. Oh my god. These things. Wait, but I believe these are primos. Is that how you pronounce the sauce? The primo sauce? Jeez, wow. All right, we're getting 800 spaghetti sauces from Genshin. Sounds great, Lithy. Wow, we're gonna freeze, really? Wait, Ghostly Heath is Flashbox's dad? What is this? Lithy says, I don't know what you're talking about. Looks the same to me. Yeah. Like, of course we use spaghetti sauce to wish for characters. That's how Genshin works. You give them the sauce, and they give you the waifus. That's how you do it. Ghostly says I've become people's dads out of nowhere? Whoa. Ghostly getting around, becoming the daddy. Or just dad, not daddy? Depends.
Seems like I should have just stayed.
I don't know. Flash says, I wish I could just say I'm fine. Are you not fine, Flash? Are you upset about the 800 primos? Ghostly says, that's me now. Yep, alright. Ghostly can be Flash's dad, but Ghostly is now my daddy. Yeah, you doing alright, Flash? Nice to have you here, Ghostly. No, we already talked about it. So who do I need to talk to next? Oh, I would go here and then click this stuff. Oh, thanks for asking, but I'm just memeing. Because Albedo just said that. Oh, yeah, because he said it not too long ago.
This is quite cozy for Dragonspine. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Alright, you was pleasantly surprised about Albedo's camp. Interesting. Wait, why are we asking Eula about the snowman? Oh, I haven't even shown everyone my snowman yet. Because I built my snowman off stream. I am so sorry, everyone. We will get to that after the story quest. Ghostly says, I know, your 4-piece gamblers, Shao, can be upsetting at times, Flash Fox. What? Flash has Shao running a 4-piece gamblers? Are you kidding me? Lily says, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't show the snowman. Not like this. I know, Lithy, I am so sorry. Like, I made some doofy looking snowman. Alright, I've got one snowman left to build, and I can let chat choose the parts that I'll put into the snowman. It's the new meta. Nice. 4-piece gambler Shao, new meta. You heard it here, folks. Start building your Shao the correct way. Shh, Ghostly Heath. Wait, no. Nobody, everyone, actually don't pay attention to that. Yeah, Flash doesn't want anyone to know. It's like the secret meta. Flash needs to be the strongest Shao alive. Oh my god, yeah. Lithy says, no, Meta is the new Facebook. I can't believe that's their name now. They named their company Meta. Like, what? I guess, like, you got no other good ideas, so yeah, just one more not good idea from them. Ghostly says, it could be our secret. Alright, shh, everyone here in stream, keep it secret. What happens in stream stays in stream.
I gave it a try, and I actually quite enjoyed it.
Wow, Eula enjoyed making a snowman.
But Amber said the snowman I made was too artistic. Apparently, the conventional style is more rotund in appearance.
What, did Eula make like a thin-waisted, like, sexy snowman? Is that what Eula made? Not like the round, pudgy-looking snowman?
I couldn't tell if she was complimenting me or mocking me. Either way, I'm not about to let it go.
Oh, I guess Eula's no Elsa. She's not letting it go. What if he's redeeming a video reaction? Alright, what are we looking at here? Flash says, you can't make a hot snowman or it will melt. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Hi, I'm Pablo. My name's Tyrone. I'm Uniqua. I'm Tasha. And my name's Austin.
And I'm Kanye.
What the fuck? Was Kanye West just jumping in at the end there? Is that an edit or is that the original thing with Kanye West? He's just there. What is this? What is this? Wait, I'm Kanye West, the Backyardigans. This says, I'll never tell. Oh, Flash says it's edit. It looks so legit too. Wait, let's bring it back. Let's bring this back.
Kanye.
Oh, just let me. It looks so legit. He just goes in. Oh, Kappa's his Flash. Oh, well, now I'll never know what's real and what's not. Dang. Alright, about
I'm quite
Dragonspine.
familiar with Dragonspine by now. But this time, I have a newcomer to worry about. And I'm traveling in a group with Amber and the others. Not things I'm terribly well accustomed to.
What? Eula is not accustomed to Amber, but they tangoed. We saw her earlier invite Amber to tango.
Still, I've taken the job, so of course I'll do what's asked of me to the fullest of my ability. I'll settle this score once this is all over.
Of course, Eula's gonna settle some scores. Oh, but how is Eula holding up? How are you holding up, Eula?
Me? I'm coping perfectly well. I don't need looking after. You should talk to Amber and Bennett. They're not as well acquainted with Dragonspine as I am.
Now the question is she putting on a brave face or is that the truth? I guess we'll never know.
Seeing how much you can find to talk about even with Albedo, you must be quite the conversationalist. So put that skill to good use. Teach them all how to survive on Dragonspine. I'm sure this is well within your capability, no?
Wait, Flash says you have to voice this by yourself? What does that mean? Oh, it's one of these. I have to read it. Oh, wait. It's 2 minutes? Noel Supremacy. What? Oh, is this... Alright, let me, like... Okay, so it's Childe. So I gotta do Childe's voice? Oh, wait, wait, is that... Lumine saying ga? Alright. Alright, let's see if I can do some voices here. I don't know what Lumine sounds like, so I'll just do generic girl voice. Gah! I didn't expect this. Your swordsmanship's not bad. But that's about as far as you'll get. You can never defeat me. Now die! That's a bit closer. Oh, this is dope. Huh? Who are you supposed to be? Seems like you got Death Wish. I'm Noelle, the maid of the Knights of Favonius. Huh? So you're a maid in Knights of Favonius? A maid is protecting our dear honorary knight. Look at that fierce expression. You think you won? Come and try hitting me, little girl. Not bad. But this is going to cost you. Tea keeps getting better and better. Fools! You dare to ignore me? Well then, Noelle, just stay calm. And remember the training we did before. But I'm not skilled enough. I'm afraid. Don't worry, Noelle. As long as it's you, there won't be any problem.
戦場のお掃除の時間です。
How is this possible? Such powerful force! Mister, where do you think you're going? Nice flash. Yeah, the art is really good. That was pretty well done. Absolutely. Thank you for that redeem. Dang. Interesting, says Lippy. She gives Rem vibes. Wait, who's Rem? Is that a character from an anime that I don't know? Oh, from ReZero, or ReZero. That is an anime I have not watched. Like, I haven't heard too much about ReZero. Like, is it good? Is it like an anime that everyone should watch?
If you're talking about Bennett's situation, I think I'm used to it now. It's hardly the end of the world. Don't ruminate on it. Take this chance to get some proper rest. The nights are long on Dragonspine.
The night is dark and full of terrors on Dragonspine. It's better than Demon Slayer. Ooh, is that a hot take? Is that a hot take? I always hear good things about Demon Slayer. But actually, I have heard people say, I think it was probably one of you, like you, Flash, as well, saying that Demon Slayer isn't as good as people make it out to be.
A glass of ice-cold wine would not go amiss right now.
Yeah, Large Poggers will agree too. Yeah, I think it was you and Large Poggers saying that Demon Slayer isn't like that great.
Don't mind me. Just do whatever you like.
I will have to get to watching Demon Slayer at some point. Possibly soon. I just finished an anime today. Finished watching Princess Principal. It was interesting. I thought it was a pretty interesting anime. A little short though. Like some of these 12 episode animes, I feel like they could be longer. They've got more story to tell. And this one was like, it had like some good characters in it. So it definitely could have gone longer.
It's so nice and warm here. Joel's been doing pretty good. Having people to play with has put him in a good mood. I'll tell you what though, he seems to have even more stamina than me.
Well, kids usually are full of energy. Get some sugar in them and they don't stop.
So long as they're playing, kids always seem to have endless amounts of energy.
That's how it goes.
It's more dangerous up here than I thought. In a hostile environment like this, even a Knight of Favonius has to keep their eyes open and keep their wits about them at all times.
Yeah, true. The one thing about, like, the ending to Princess Principal was, like, it felt a little abrupt. Because when animes are, like, 12 episodes long and they're short, it's, like, the ending, like, there's not a lot of build-up. It's kind of just, oh, it's over. That's like, really? That's it? Flash says, most isekais are degen, as some examples, Konosuba. How to not summon a demon lord, another life with cell phone, but ReZero account, God, good story, plus isekai plus dark, and some comedy. Oh, that makes it sound really interesting. Good story, plus isekai, plus dark, and comedy? That sounds really interesting. And wait, should I also watch like more common isekais before I get to this one as well? Because like you and Large Powers were saying earlier, I should watch like a normal isekai before watching Konosuba. Oh, that account wasn't there. I think it was autocorrect. Okay, so account just should not be in that part of that sentence. Got it.
Still, this has been a pretty unique adventure for me. It's definitely been worth it.
Yeah, but RE0, but RE0, I say RE because that's how my brain thought it was pronounced. But it's RE0. Got good story. All that stuff. But how's Amber holding up? How's she doing?
You know, when I was keeping Joel company, I started missing my grandfather really bad.
Wow.
After he disappeared, I never saw him again. I have no idea how he's doing.
Oh, is Amber's grandfather still alive? I thought he was dead, but I guess he's just disappeared?
But at least what I can do is focus on being a great outrider. If I can do that well, I know he'd be proud.
I guess it's sort of like a mystery that they don't want you to know the answer to yet. Flash says, you get what's happening in the first episode of ReZero? So it doesn't matter, so I can just watch ReZero without anything else, and it's fine? Alright, so Amber, about what happened today.
Oh, all that? Don't worry about it.
Yes, okay. Got it, Flash. Cool.
Eula is a good person. She might not show it, but she'd never let that kind of stuff get to her. As for Bennett, he seems like the kind of guy who can keep his spirits up when things aren't going well. I
That's
feel bad
Bennett,
having
alright.
to ask so much of Albedo, though. Still, it's kind of nice to have everyone together like this, so yay for silver linings.
And that's Amber, always looking on the bright side of things.
Sure
So
thing.
positive.
Bet you're tired as well. You should get some rest too.
Oh, Flash says, I have yet to finish ReZero Season 2. Why is that, Flash? Is Season 2 not as good? Or you just haven't had time? Light a fire first. Alright, luckily I happen to have Xinyan in the party. And Xinyan's the new Amber, just here to light the fires.
Yay! Dinner's ready! Food's ready, everyone! Come on, let's eat!
I made a few dishes based on some popular Mondstadt recipes. This is no good hunter, but there should be enough to go around. Please, help yourselves.
Wow, smells great. Don't mind if I do.
Wait, don't steal all the fried vegetables. Leave some for me. Hey!
Yeah, don't hog all the vegetables, Bennett. I want those. Flash says, I've watched half, but rest in Prime, and I don't want to subscribe to Crunchyroll. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like subscribing to a streaming service when all you want is to finish, like, one show. It's not a great situation. Like, subscriptions are great if, like, you watch a whole bunch of stuff from the subscription, because then you really get your money's worth. But if you don't, then it's not as worth it.
Ah, Paimon's full. What a great meal!
Albedo, you're too modest. These dishes are as good as anything you'd find in a top restaurant. Are all alchemists so good at cooking?
So Albedo's a good cook. Nice.
You may be onto something there.
Right? Paimon thinks so too. It's his lab manner that gives it away. The kind of guy who holds a potion bottle as steady as a rock isn't the kind of guy who's gonna be slapdash with his salt and pepper.
Wait, slapdash? Is that a term that people say? I have never heard that before. We've got people from different countries here. Has anyone ever heard, like, the term slapdash before? Like, the kind of guy who's gonna be slapdash with his salt and pepper. I guess that means, like, you just throw things together without taking the time to make it good? Chop says, you haven't heard of slapdash? Weird dude? No. Is it perhaps an older term that is less common amongst the younger generation? Flash hasn't heard it. Wait. Alright, Chop, where have you heard it before? Chop says, are you calling me old? Well, I think you're older than me. Maybe? I'm guessing? Old mod check? Flash says, who is weird here? 2v1. Ghostly's 65 this year. Oh, dang. Alright, Ghostly. You near... Wait, what are you, a boomer at 65? Or Gen X, maybe? Alright, Ghostly, you gotta break the tie here. Have you heard of slapdash before? Let us know. Flash says 4 more to go. Wait, what do you mean 4 more to go? Oh, for Ghostly, 4 more to go until it gets to age 69. And then he can stop getting older. Because that's all you need. Yeah, that's my peak age, says Ghostly. Perfect. You're almost there. Dang. I am so far away. Not even halfway. Ghost says, nope, nopers. I haven't heard of slapdash. Alright then. It looks like Chop's the only one here who's heard of slapdash. So Chop then must be 79 years old. And that's how you figure out someone's age. Ghostly says, JK, I'm 14. Oh, Kappa. Oh no, Ghostly, I'm sorry, 14-year-olds not allowed in this stream. Gotta be at least 14 and a half.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Albedo just smiles and creepily like kind of turns away. That was an interesting scene.
I'm so sleepy after all that food.
Ghostly says, okay, I legally changed my age. The Chop says, I read it in an 1880s Old West barbershop appendix. Wow, Chop is a lot older than we had initially anticipated. Right next to the haberdashery. Wow, Chop, you gotta teach us all this stuff from the ancient past. What was King Tutankhamun like? And Julius Caesar, was he really how they say he was? Flash says, too bad, I'm already 2070. I was 2069 last year. Wow, dang, Flash. Immortal much? That's pretty old. Ghostly says, slapdash, done too hurriedly and carelessly. Ah, it's a thing. Yeah, it's definitely a word. And it was not too difficult to figure out the definition from the context. But it's very interesting. Chop says, BRB, grabbing my codex. Alright, you get the ancient codex there, Chop. Tell us how to solve it. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Flash. Turning 2070. I'm so sorry. You're just 1 year too old. Flash has gotten you still older than me. A too. A is like only 500 years old. Oh yeah, I guess she is. Wait. Oh, I guess she would have been like 500 and a little bit years old. Because she would have been born, like she would have been approximately an adult when the Archon War happened. Ganyu older than everybody? Wait. When was Albedo created, though? He told us in, like, the last story quest of this thing that he was created by someone from Conria. So, like... Huh? Guy knew was 3,000, yep. Oh, and A is 2,500. Oh, so she was around. Oh, wait, 500 years ago was the Battle of Conria. Oh, okay. And then Archon War was like 1,000 years ago? Something like that? Oh, Archon War was 500 years ago. Wait, then when was... Wait, was Conria taken out 300 years ago?
Did Bennett fall asleep sitting up? He must be totally wiped out.
Oh yeah, Archon War was before. Oh, okay, so Conria was 500 years, and then Archon War... I can't remember, 1,000, 2,000, something like that.
The way he's sleeping is so alert. I'm impressed.
And has anyone ever like fallen asleep upright and not like woken themselves up from their head falling? Because that would like happen to me when I was in school and like falling asleep in class. Like your head just like drops and you go, "Whir," and you wake up. So that makes Chi-Chi older than Albedo. Yeah, Chi-Chi's 800 years old. Oh, wow. So wait, Chi-Chi was alive before the fall of Conria. Why don't we just ask Chi-Chi what happened? Because Zhongli and Venti aren't going to tell us. Or A. Oh, let's let Bennett sleep. Oh, she can't remember her lines. That's true. Chi-Chi can't remember things. Dang it, they fill the plot holes. The Genshin writers are smart. Why don't we ask Ganyu? Oh, yeah, Chop is on the ball there. Ganyu would have been alive for that. We could just ask her. Wait, I feel like Zhongli probably told her not to talk about it. I feel like that was a thing at some point, so she can't. Or Madame Ping. True. Wait, did we not try to ask Madame Ping one point about it? Maybe not. All right, you're right, Chop. You're right. There are lots of people we could ask.
He seems to be in a deep sleep. Ooh, Paimon wonders if he sleep talks.
Oh, no, Dad. No apples for me. I want sticky honey roast and fisherman's toast.
Wow. Paimon mentioned sleep talking and then Bennett suddenly sleep talks. No apples for me. What? Who wouldn't want apples? Apples are delicious. Flash says, oldest immortal in Teyvat so far is Zhongli. What is he? Oh yeah, he's like 5,000 years old, right? Or maybe a little longer? Oh, 6,000 years. Dang. He is the oldest then. Yeah, he was the first Archon of Liyue. Or Rue. Wait. Oh, I guess you have to finish the Tsurumi Island quest to understand how old Rue is. Because that was back when the Thunderbird existed, which would have been pretty long ago.
Sticky honey roast. That's your favorite, isn't it, Amber?
Sure is. Give me a sticky honey roast from Good Hunter any day. I used to take Eula to Good Hunter a lot back when we first met. Before long, Sarah would start cooking our usual orders as soon as she saw us coming.
Oh, River says, hey, where's Peepo Blanket? Weird. Wait, what are you talking about, River? Welcome in, River. Wait, what do you mean, where's Peepo Blanket? It's right there. It's the emote. You just did? Oh, it's not showing up in my emote picker. Okay. C'est quoi? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Pourquoi no People Blanket in emote picker? That's weird. I don't know, which emote picker are you using, River? Are you using, like, the 7TV one? Or something else? Flash says Thunderbird was when A was around. Okay, so... Thunderbird was, like, less than 2,000 years ago. Or 2,005 years. Oh, Frankerface Z isn't there. Weird. BTTV. It was there previous streams. Oh, is this on my, like, About page? Let me check. BTTV, Frankerface C. Oh, on my emote showcase, it's there. Hey, Flash says Thunderbird was around my age. Oh, yeah. All right, around 2,069 years. Gotcha, Flash. Oh, no, the BTTV emote picker. There's a BTTV emote picker? I don't even know where that is. I don't even see about it. All I have is Frankerface Z Control Center. And basically just the 7TV emote picker. Huh. I don't know. Oh, you go to BTTV settings, then you emote picker. Oh, you can just, it's a setting. I must have it turned off. Huh, interesting. Huh, I can check that out after stream. Yeah, I wonder what happens if I try to turn on multiple emote pickers. Will they conflict? Or will they just all work? Interesting.
She said we ordered the same thing so often that it was practically muscle memory by that point.
Alright, gonna refresh. Okay, gotcha, River.
She also said that if everyone in Mondstadt ordered like we do, her job would be so much easier. All she'd have to do is memorize everyone's favorites.
Wait, does anyone do that? Like, have a restaurant you go to where you just order the same thing every time? That does make the restaurant's job easier. But then you get less variety. But if you found something you really like, then, like, why not order it? Flash says, most old mortal character that is playable is Lisa. Yep. What is she, like, 32? 36? Something around there?
Always eating together. Aww, it's nice that you two are so close.
Yep, 32. Nice. Alright, that's it. Lisa's the oldest mortal character. Only 32 years old.
The Traveler and Paimon always eat together too. It's a sure sign of true friendship.
River says, okay, it decided to show up this time. Interesting. I guess it was a momentary glitch. She's the definition of MILF. Wait, how is that the definition of MILF? The M in MILF is mother. If she, I don't believe she has a child, so she's not a mother. So, not the definition of MILF?
Two people simply sharing a meal says nothing either way about the relationship between them.
I guess so. Like, if you share a meal with someone, maybe there's some sort of relationship. Oh, never mind. It's Raiden then. She is a MILF. And Scaramouche is her child? Is that how that works?
That depends if it's a one-off meal or a regular
Yep.
occurrence.
Nice. Okay, Raiden's the MILF. And then Lisa's... Wait, how old do you have to be a cougar? We need to know. These are the hard-hitting facts we need to know.
Aha! Paimon just noticed something. Whenever Eula doesn't want to admit to something, she raises her chin or puts her hands on her hips.
River says there wasn't a notification in Discord for the stream. She's right. I forgot to hit enter. Dang it. I'm on vacation. I've got vacation brain going right now. Forgot all the things I need to do. Thank you for the reminder, River. I really appreciate that. Oh, it's only 2 hours late, you know. Just everyone in Discord, hey, I'm streaming now. Flash says, Zhongli is a MILF too. He has a child. Yes. Zhongli is a MILF, apparently. Because of that. Oh yeah, whenever Eula doesn't want to admit something, she raises her chin or puts her hands on her hips. She does do that. She does. You just look for the hands on the hips. I mean, like, I'm always looking at her hips, so I would notice that.
You've all picked up on that. Didn't know Eula's tells were so easy to spot.
We are done here, yes? I am free to go, am I not? Then please excuse me. I have a frozen lake I need to be at.
Goodbye, everyone. I need to drown myself in a frozen lake because this conversation is too hot. Yes, Eula Angie.
You're going for an ice bath at this time of night? Wait up! Don't go without me!
Amber and Eula ice bath? Pause, champ?
I thought you wanted to get some sleep. So maybe you should stay here and rest.
No, I should come with you. It's late, and it's dark, and you're not good with directions like I am. Come on, let's go together.
Oh, baby. Oh, they're going. Amber Eula ice bath. Canon.
An ice bath? Whew. Rather them than Paimon.
So much roast meat.
And it's talking about roast meat.
Oh, hey, Dad. I'm doing all right. A leader of my own adventure team now.
Yep, my own adventure team. That's just me.
Wow. Bennett really is a sleep talker.
All right, now too bad this wasn't a visual novel. Otherwise, we could go sneak a peek at Amber and Eula.
Okay, looks like we got some downtime now.
Alright, you two. Time to paint.
All right, prepare to be amazed at my terrible painting skills.
Have you decided what to paint?
Like you even need to ask. It's obviously going to be Paimon.
Well, it wasn't, but I guess now it is. Okay, we're painting Paimon. I can't believe it. Last stream, I said we're not painting Paimon like one of our French girls. But I guess this stream we are. Here we go.
Sure. But we should move elsewhere. We're likely to disturb Bennett's sleep if we stay here, so let's go outside.
Wait, Flash says, actually, you can go with Amber and Eula if you have Lumine. Kappa. Oh. I hope that's a Kappa. Paint her like a Bulgarian girl, says River. I could try. I hope there's a painting mini game. I wonder, maybe.
Okie dokie. Alright, grab your easel, paper, brushes, and paints. Don't leave anything behind.
Oh, we gotta go to the painting spot. So maybe you're right, River. Maybe there is a painting mini game. Alright, come on, Sayu, stop getting... Sayu gets stuck on things way too easily. There we go. Oh, the new web event is painting one. There's a web event? Oh, probably once I have a chance to click some stuff. Alright, so we can do a painting mini game. Nice. River says, if you played Chicory, it's a painting game where you draw on everything. I believe you have mentioned it before, River. I didn't know it was a painting game where you draw. But I have not played it.
Allow Paimon to adopt an elegant pose for your artistic reference.
Alright, we'll paint Paimon like one of our Bulgarian girls.
Hey, what's that look for? Cut
All right then, we gotta paint a picture for Paimon's fridge. We'll put it up and be like, oh, look how good this little painting of Paimon is. Yeah, you don't remember my dog self-portrait? I vaguely do remember that, River. I think I do. Oh, Flash says, time for sexy Paimon. Oh my god, Paimon's gonna strike a sexy pose and then we're gonna have to paint her. Yeah, you posted that in Discord, right, River? Or was it on stream?
Confidence is a good thing. Those to whom it is endowed do well to flaunt it. I'm looking forward to the finished piece.
Alright, Albedo admires Paimon's confidence. Alright, painting time.
Alright, let's start with the head. Now, in your mind's eye, what is written on Paimon's face?
Paimon's all out of brain juice. Or Paimon's peeved. Or Paimon is dopey but adorable. I like number 1 or number 3. She's either out of brain juice and probably also out of gamer juice. Classic Paimon. Or she's dopey but adorable. I'm gonna say she's out of brain juice.
Huh? Is that how Paimon really looks to you?
Wait, Kaitakaya says, I'm all out of brain juice. Whoa, welcome in, Kaitakaya. No brain juice for you today? That's sad. How you doing?
Okay, forget it. We can come back to that. Let's move on to the body. Come on, paint what you see when you look at Paimon.
Oh, River says it's already in Discord. I'll put a link here. Nice, I guess that's a quick open in Discord. Speaking of being out of brain juice, River, are you out of energy juice? Are you out of your gamer juice? Oh yeah, this is sweet. I can throw this up on stream really easily. I do remember this photo, River. This dog photo was really good. And Kaida says, I'm doing okay, just tired and feeling unproductive. I'm sorry you're feeling tired and unproductive. It's not a great feeling, but like I hope you can take a moment to relax, maybe recharge a little bit. Yeah, River drew this, and it looks pretty dang good. I like it. I like it, River. Oh yeah, being out of brain juice. Like I feel like it's so easy these days to just like run out of brain juice and you can't like there's so many things to do and you're just like out of energy and like I got to do this stuff, but I really can't. Don't have the energy left. That was Paimon on top quality emergency food or a top tier flying pet? I mean, she's both, but we gotta keep the emergency food meme alive.
Paimon's starting to feel like this is not going to turn out so great. Now Paimon's getting nervous.
Uh-oh, we finished the painting already.
Let me see. Let Paimon see.
Oh god. So that's what it looks like when you run out of brain juice and your emergency food. It's not bad, right? I'm pretty happy with it.
How could... Paimon is lost for words. The brushwork is smooth and the composition seems professional quality. You had no problems there. So what the heck happened with the face, huh? Explain that stupid expression! Explain it!
Yeah, you're right. Ether looks so proud. He does. He's like, look at my beautiful painting. This is like the most like exquisite painting of Paimon possible. Like it's like you can't get a more accurate painting of Paimon. This is just what she looks like. This is who she is.
Smooth, professional quality.
And those Those boring, lifeless eyes! Where's the soul?
Flash says, that's one sexy Paimon. That's some, like, top tier sexy emergency food.
Traveler, have you previously received any education in the fine arts?
And Albedo's just like, Traveler, have you ever painted before? Like, do you have any knowledge of what you're doing? Because this is total garbage. Kaida says, someone drew Childe over the canvas for that lifeless eyes line. Wait, does Child have lifeless eyes? Is that a thing? Yeah, like, Albedo, I don't have any education in the fine arts, but art comes from the heart, so here's this Paimon painting.
What? You pour your heart on the page and this is what comes out?
Paimon, please stop judging my heart. It hurts. Kaida says he doesn't have that light dot in the eyes like everyone else. Really? Everyone's got a light dot except for Child? That's really interesting. I'm gonna have to like go through the character archive and like check this out. That's really cool. I wonder if he lost it when he fell into, I don't know, that place where he met the demon that gave him his powers. Paimon, I just wanted to convey how special you are. You're my special little emergency food.
Special, huh? You seriously think special is supposed to look this ugly? Paimon's not convinced. But Paimon is struggling to come up with a comeback.
Fascinating.
Flash says, by the way, do you know if you have your burst up, your vision glows? Really? So when your burst's ready, your vision glows? I did not know that. The only thing I knew about like visions glowing is when you change characters, you get the little like element symbol that glows above your vision. Wow. That's really interesting. I can't believe the detail in this game. Just like the polish, the little things like that. Like, it's really cool that they put that in there.
Paimon, if this is not to your liking, I can make a few amendments. Traveler, what do you think?
Now, if only they could give us toggleable constellations. I would appreciate that as well. That would be some nice attention to detail that would be helpful. Oh, Albedo's fixing up the Paimon art. Kaida, have you done the, like, this quest yet? And Flash says, get ready for sexy Paimon. Oh, baby.
Alright then. Paimon, is this better?
Wow. That's a painting. That's a much better depiction of Paimon. It's breathtaking.
It's a total ground-up overhaul, that's what it is! It's so pretty! Is that really what Paimon looks like?
She looks very regal. Kaida says, yeah, I completed it already, but I need to do it again on my alt account. Oh, dang, yeah. You've got an alt account. So much to go through when you've got 2 accounts. Oh, and River's got a bunch of stuff to say. River says, okay, so I was talking with my doctor last appointment. I increased my anxiety medication dose from 2 to 3 a couple of weeks ago. Then Wednesday, I called the pharmacy to refill, but it was earlier than they expected, so they wouldn't do it without contacting my doctor first. Maybe I should have called earlier because they barely had any left. So I only took 1 out of 3 yesterday and today. I called again today and said I was completely out, so fortunately they did give me some more. But then I nearly had an anxiety attack at the rock climbing gym. Oh yeah, I was going to ask if you went rock climbing again today, River. Ooh, I guess rock climbing didn't go as well because you didn't have enough anxiety medication? Dang. And now I'm very tired. Yeah, I thought you might be tired from rock climbing today. But dang, like, I'm glad you called again today. and like they gave you more. So that's really good that you're able to get like what you needed. But yeah, if you're tired, definitely take some time to chill and relax. Get some good rest when you need to. Wow, what a series of events. I don't know, that's so weird. I don't know. I normally like wouldn't think to just call ahead to get medication. At least whenever I've gone, it's like they generally have it there. Well, actually sometimes I've gone and it's like, "Oh, we need to order some of that." So that is a thing that happens sometimes.
Adding flourish to the finished piece is an essential component of what makes art
That's all Albedo did. He just added some flourish to my already perfect Paimon painting.
This is not to say that you differ from the painting on a fundamental level, rather that the real you and the you in the painting present two different styles of beauty.
Oh my. Did Albedo just call Paimon beautiful? Indirectly? Oh my.
You remain the core reference point for the painting. So, Paimon, you can put your misgivings aside and hang this painting wherever you like.
It's going on my fridge. Yeah, now I see the gap in our painting talents. This was my trial by fire as an artist, and I definitely failed the trial.
Wow! Thanks, Albedo.
Oh, I merely added a flourish here and there. You should be thanking the traveler.
My, Albedo's so modest. I just added a flourish here and there. It's not like I took the page, threw it away, and started from scratch. River says, it was very loud inside. I needed to find somewhere quiet to hide, but I didn't know where to go. Things just built up. Ooh, very loud inside, like the rock climbing gym? I'm sure it would get loud in there. Things just built up. Ooh, mostly better now. Just need to chill out. Okay, yeah, sounds like you didn't have the best time. But if things are going better now, that's pretty good. Yeah, we need to, yeah, inside the gym. Yeah, it's probably not the easiest place to find somewhere quiet. But I'm guessing you did your best, River.
In truth, ground up overhaul is more or less an accurate description.
Wow. They're giving us Beto's, like, not Beto, Albedo. Albedo's inner monologue of him saying our painting was crap.
The more Paimon looks at it, the more she likes it. Great! Paimon has a portrait painting.
Uh-oh, Paimon narcissism starts now. River says, I just left and walked a couple of blocks to a trail. There was a bench there. Oh, that sounds nice, River. You go outside where it's quieter and you get some fresh air, too. Fresh air, definitely a good idea.
Paimon's gonna show this off to everyone.
Paimon looks so happy. Thank you, Albedo.
It's nothing. I can paint you next time, if you'd like. You can hang it in your home as a souvenir.
Sexy traveler painting?
I rarely entertain so many guests at my camp. It's lively. A little noisy, even. But I don't dislike it. Liveliness is a rare thing here on Dragonspine.
Wait, so he doesn't dislike it, but does he like it or not? I guess sometimes it's hard to understand your feelings about things. It's like, I know I don't dislike it, but I'm not sure if I like it. It takes a little while sometimes to understand your feelings. Relatable. Yeah, River.
Let's go meet up with everyone.
Alright, knitting time. Nice, River. Get some nice relaxing knitting done. And Chop says, Albedo might be having some anxiety in his own rock gym this time. Yeah, maybe, actually. Like, Albedo's very much like an introverted, science-y type. Like, likes to focus on, like, logical things. And now he's got a whole group of people at his camp that he's not used to dealing with. So that is a very good point, Chop. He might be having like a little bit of an anxiety trying to entertain a group.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Bennett.
I slept great last night. How about you guys? All rested up?
I'm fine, as usual.
I wonder why Amber slept great. Is it because she had that ice bath with Eula? What happened there?
The path down the mountain is easier to follow in the daylight. Let's take this chance to head down to the base camp.
Let's go! If we make good time, maybe we can all get lunch together.
Yeah, let's go. And get lunch together? We're just going to base camp. Uh-oh.
Flipped another insignia just outside the camp. Wrong again.
So
Cutscene.
your bad luck is all used up. We'll be down the mountain in no time.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Today's the day.
Check memes says Flash. Okay. But cutscene now. Oh shit.
Look out!
Oh, Eula saves Amber. Bennett falls to his death. Albedo tumbles after him. Holy crap.
Traveler, Paimon, are you alright? Are you hurt?
Holy crap, what happened?
Paimon's fine.
I'm okay. You?
That's good. My arm got a little scratched up, but it's nothing serious.
Eula, how about you?
I'm okay, but I don't see the other two. I'm afraid the avalanche may have pushed them off the cliff.
Oh yeah, they went right over the cliff.
They fell down.
Ugh.
They'll be okay though, right?
I think they're both robust enough to survive the fall. But if the falling debris knocked them unconscious, and they're lying there in the freezing cold, we have to get down there and rescue them. Immediately.
Okay, let's move.
Yeah.
Hang in there, guys.
Ooh, gotta go save them. But now I can check memes in the Discord. But how the ads have changed. Wait, what the heck is this? Wait, what it... Alright, let me see. Alright, so then it's chop trees. Then there's some pictures of Ayaka chopping trees. Chop scary trees. Fly from great heights. Jump from great heights. And now it's... Oh my. So now the Genshin ads are... Ether with all the ladies around him. That's interesting. That doesn't look like a real ad, but that would be... That would get some people playing Genshin, I'm sure. Alright, let's try not to freeze.
I'm out of here.
Where are we going? Oh, we're actually going over the cliff. Alright. If they want us to, we're jumping over the cliff. Whoa, they actually changed up the terrain.
Bennett!
To show the avalanche debris.
Bennett, are you okay? Shout if you can hear me. Bennett!
A voice. Over there.
Bennett, is that you?
Guys, I'm over here.
Okay, Bennett's
Are you
alright.
Are you hurt?
Let me check.
Alright, let me do my regular spot check of Bennett's vital organs.
I'm a little dizzy, but I'm not in any pain. I don't think I'm injured.
Well, nice.
Thank goodness. Scared the life out of me.
If you're dizzy, sit and rest for a while.
It's
Good
fine,
idea.
really. This kind of thing happens all the time. I'll be fine. Thank you. Wait, where's Albedo? Isn't he with you guys?
We thought he fell off the cliff with you. He still hasn't shown up?
We found Bennett here,
Uh-oh.
so Albedo can't be far away. Keep searching this area.
I wonder if this is a prime time for the Albedo imposter to swap places with Albedo. I'm gonna be sus. Oh, we gotta hit rocks. He was not under that pile of rocks.
Are we definitely looking in the right place?
Flash says, pain doesn't hit right away till you notice the injury, telling by experience. Really? Like, what kind of injury, Flash? Most injuries I've got had the pain hit right away. So maybe like certain really intense injuries, it doesn't.
It's not here either. Let's check with the others.
Oh, they're all over there.
Time to scout.
Wait, if you see it hits, it hurts?
Well, any sign of him?
Wait, so if you don't see the thing that caused the pain, it doesn't hurt right away?
Not a trace.
Nothing from me either.
Strange. We didn't have any luck either. Where could he have gone?
Everyone!
Okay, so that's Albedo, but his voice sounded slightly different.
Albedo! Are you okay?
Nothing serious.
Okay, now it sounds normal. Oh, because your mind is in, fight or run situation. Wait, the term that I've always heard is fight or flight mode. But yeah, fight or run situation, fight or flight. So when your mind goes into like that mode, it's probably like a decent amount of, yeah, it's the same thing, yeah. So it's probably like maybe adrenaline that your body produces to prevent you from feeling the pain. River says, take him on or take off mode. Nice synonyms, River.
Okay.
And
everyone
that's
accounted for.
alliteration, too. Oh, because fight or flight is alliteration. So take him on or take off is also alliteration. It's good stuff, River. All right, everyone accounted for, including Albedo, I guess.
Guys, I think it's gotta be because of me. The avalanche only happened because I'm here.
Well, we do have, like, an enemy running around here.
I guess flipping a treasure hoarder insignia isn't gonna change my luck after all. No wonder no one wants to go adventuring with me. I'm so sorry.
Don't say that. I'm hardly the lucky type myself, so I'm not about to go blaming every little thing that goes wrong on you.
Exactly. Besides, Dragonspine is a dangerous place. Avalanches literally come with the territory. Bad luck has nothing to do with it, okay?
Yeah, look at Ether. He's so sus. He's like, was that really an accident? He doesn't believe it was an accident. I don't either.
Traveler, what's wrong?
Your face looks... Oh no, did you get hit on the head?
Yes, because I have to be hit on the head to look serious and angry for once.
Here.
Everyone, the incident is behind us now. We should keep moving.
Why do I feel that Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be? I hope it's just my imagination.
I doubt it.
Our top priority now is to get off the mountain and regroup with the adventurers. Whatever further dangers this mountain has to throw at us, we must face them together.
Agreed. Guys, keep your eyes peeled and watch your step. Careful does it.
Yep, strength in numbers. Especially in a dangerous place, you'd want to have at least one buddy with you. Alright, everyone find your snowy mountain hiking buddy. And then we can be safe traversing Dragonspine Mountain.
We've been heading in the right direction for a good length of time now. We must be getting close. I can feel it.
Close to what? Close to what, Amber? I don't know what you're talking about.
Victory is in sight! Hooray! As soon as we get to base camp, Paimon wants a bowl of hot soup
Oh, base camp? Is that what we're getting close to?
I hope we can all get there safely. No more incidents, please.
And the traveler says, ... as the traveler often does. Okay, in my head. Weird. Things have been happening this whole trip. Something feels wrong. But what is it?
Hey, what's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
Nothing, it's just... with some things, I don't know where to begin. I'm still sus of Albedo. Could be the imposter.
Something's up, isn't it? Are you hungry? Cold? Shall Paimon hug your head to warm you up?
What? Can you imagine Paimon just head Paimon just wrapped around your head, hugging you to keep you warm? It's like, toque or a beanie, who needs that when you've got a Paimon hat?
I don't think I've spent so much time on Dragonspine before. It sure is cold, but the view is amazing. Isn't it, Eula?
Come down to Walmart where we sell Paimon hats at the lowest prices. Buy them for your loved ones this Christmas season.
Eula?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you say?
Eula's spacing out.
I was just thinking, whenever I've met up with you at Dragonspine in the past, we always stick to the same few spots. It's much more vast and beautiful here than I realized. If it were a little warmer and a little safer, I bet this place would be bustling with visitors.
Ooh, so now we're also suspicious. Something seemed to grab Eula's attention. Does she sense that something's off, too?
I agree. People are put off by the cold and have an aversion to danger. They don't realize that there's much to explore beneath the icy exterior, if you were willing to spend the time and energy.
Wow, Eula giving us some hints. There's much to explore beneath the icy exterior. We just gotta give it some time and energy. Okay, I see your game, Eula. Dinner, 8 o'clock.
Albedo, is this the way down?
Yes.
Wait. Oh my god! I figured it out. Does everyone... Alright, everyone, if you know Genshin and you know Albedo, do you see? Do you see the thing that proves that this is not Albedo? Yeah, Flash knows. Flash knows. Alright, does anyone else know? Yeah, okay, Flash gave it away. It's the mark on his neck. There's no mark on his neck. Albedo has like a yellow triangle, no, yellow diamond on his neck. But this person does not. So this is the Albedo imposter. I was suspicious of it, and now it's confirmed.
I think there are several routes in this area. Does the path fork off here? It looks like it does. But maybe it doesn't. My head's still a little fuzzy from the impact.
I'm kinda dizzy too. I keep thinking things are swaying a little. Maybe I'm just hungry.
Either path will work for us. The smaller trail is less worn and harder to see, but it's also shorter. Since everyone is weary, I suggest we take the shortcut.
Yes, everyone, let's take the shortcut with all the booby traps I have laid out. I mean, it's the better way to go. Flash says, I was gonna say you still don't know difference between Albedo and imposter, but I didn't want to spoil it if you didn't know. Okay, well, thank you for not spoiling it for me, Flash. I appreciate that very much. So I'm glad that I was able to figure it out on my own.
Follow me.
Can we just pull our sword on him? We should just, like... I figured it out. Let's just pull our swords on him and be like, alright, dude, give it up. We know,
Wait.
you're caught. River says, this way to all the booby traps. I
Sam and
mean
Amber don't look
luxurious
well.
chests.
Can we take a break? We can continue once their conditions have improved.
Nice, River. Yeah, that's a pretty good synonym for the booby traps. Wait, no, I didn't mean booby traps. They're just luxurious chests. Everyone likes those.
Ugh. Now that you mention it.
Huh?
You hit your head earlier, didn't you?
Whoa. Flash the booba traps. Yes, like Eula's got there. And large poggers. Hey, people. Hey, large poggers. Welcome to the stream. All right. I gotta let you know. I'll post in my Discord about this. But large poggers... Wait, I gotta find the link to it again. Hey, poggers. Alright, large poggers. I started uploading VODs, stream VODs. So now we can go back and see the history of our streams together. There's definitely some good stuff in these first couple of streams. Not that anyone has to watch, of course. Nice. Oh yeah, so now you can finally see it. They're there, and you can see them whenever you want. Like, Brain Loss started in stream number 2. Paimon Voice started in stream number 2. Man, so many good memories. And then River helping solve the puzzle on Golden Apple Archipelago Island. Good memories. Large Parker says, dost thou have the early streams there? Yeah, so far I've only got the first 5 streams up. Oh, wait, I think I have another one uploaded. I just haven't made it public yet, because I still need to edit some stuff. Maybe. I can't remember. It takes so long to upload these VODs. Yeah, River remembers the puzzle island. Oh, man. We spent 2 hours trying to figure it out. It was a day. And Large Bar says, oh my, I can rewatch our meeting. Very cool. Oh yeah. Stream number 2 that was our meeting in the stream. Good times. Good times.
Oh, you noticed. Are you sure it's worth holding everyone up over a little thing like this?
I think so. Flash says, I did the water puzzle so many times for so many people on Golden Apple. Really? You actually had to do it for other people? Like, once you figure out that you just need to look at the mural, then it's super easy. That's all you need to do. And then it's just, it's really obvious what to do. But River and I, we didn't look at it. We tried to solve it the hard way, just from the music part of it. We just tried to do it by ear. It didn't... We actually got close. We got a few of the pools close. Oh, Flash said, I didn't even have to look. No way. Wow, that's some skills there. After first time. Okay, yeah, once you get it the first time, then you remember the levels.
No problem at all. Health and safety always come first.
Oh, Large Parker says, yo, Nathan, I got some really good news I'd like to share with y'all, but it requires some serious context. You okay if I share? Heck yeah, Large Poggers. Good news? Sounds awesome. We want to know about it. But yeah, it requires some context. Like, I'm sure we can pick up the context. Flash says no. Alright, but I guess so. Large part Flash has spoken. No, you cannot tell us about the great stuff going on in your life. Come on, Large Poggers. We like you here. We want to know what's up. Yeah, River says, yeah, this is a bad news stream. Sorry. Yeah, we only talk about bad things that happen in our lives here. No good news, please. But the Kappa. Yeah, I know, Flash. I know the Kappa. I was joking. I was capping. Large Poggers, and by serious, I mean like serious synonym, intense. Not serious synonym a lot. Yeah, I know what you meant, Large Poggers. Like, oh, intense context, not a lot of context. Oh. All right, do you think we can handle it, Large Poggers? Can we handle the truth? Do you think we can handle the truth? Maybe you think we can. Go for it.
Okay. Sorry for this. Thank you.
All right, all the characters on screen are going to take a break, so we've got some time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Large Poggers says, I mean, I think y'all can. All right, cool. Oh no, Flash's plot twist. Earth is actually flat. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of context, Large Poggers. That is going to blow my mind. I guess... Oop, we can't talk to that person. Let's talk to Bennett.
Drinking some water can help with the dizziness. Oh, and lying flat on your back helps too.
Does it? Does lying flat on your back help with dizziness? Ooh, Flash's Pog cutscene incoming. Ooh, dang.
Thank you, Bennett. Seems like you really know your stuff.
Well, when life gives you lemons.
Bennett, weren't you feeling dizzy too? Stop pushing yourselves, both of you. Get some rest. We'll continue when you've gathered your energy.
Yep, definitely a good idea not to push yourself too far. When you need rest, you gotta give it to yourself. My Amber's laughing.
Eula might come off as a little frosty, but she takes caring for her friends super seriously, more than anyone else I know. Every time I see that look on her face, I'm just like, ah, stop staring at me.
Alright, now it's our chance to talk to Eula. As Eula.
Traveler, I know what that look means. What's on your mind?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Maybe seasoned veterans have an instinct for it.
Yes, you and me, Eula, we're both seasoned veterans. We know what's going on.
I sense it too. Something seems to have changed, but I can't confirm for sure. It could be difficult to verify.
Not that difficult, actually. You just look at his neck, and we can do it. River says, cut Sean? Why would you want to cut Sean? Oh, when typos happen. Uh-oh. Oh no, poor Sean. But at least it's a Pog cut Sean. I don't know. What could it be? Could it be that Albedo's an imposter?
It might be imprudent to speculate out loud. But I believe you know what I am referring to.
Okay, Eula's telling me to keep my mouth shut. Good idea. Uh-oh.
Traveler, I think...
Silently, we do an exclamation mark and question mark. I don't know how to make that sound, but it's more like...
You...
Something like that. Watch out! Watch out, it's a Pog cut Sean. Oh shit. Oh, Eula gets in on the fight too. Dang. Amber's joining in too. And Bennett. Oh! Bennett slamming down. Yo, an ex-Chupacabra 4. Oh, is a bot. Got it. Oh, shit. Oh, it's real Albedo? Yeah. Oh. Stabbed him right through his body.
It's not over yet. Brace yourselves. This'll be a challenge.
So, you know, sometimes you just turn into a giant flower.
Wheat down to size.
But holy crap. Flash says, never trust yourself, meme moment. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta stab yourself through the back. It happens. River says, I agree, cutting Sean was very pog. That was a very pog cutscene.
Shudder.
Oh, so we just gotta fight these fruits, I guess. Wait, what the heck is going on here? Oh. We'll pick these up. I don't know what's happening. Right, but yeah, that was a super cool cutscene. I gotta pick these guys up. Oh, Large Parker's finished typing his thing. We're in the middle of the boss battle.
More speed.
Right, arcane fruits. Wait, they're in the air. I don't have anyone. I don't have any archers. Okay, there it is.
Crush. Good grief.
Oh my god. Wow, that killed Eula. That's unfortunate. Oh, I gotta go all the way over there for the fruit, I guess. Can we hit it, please?
Incoming.
Oh, wait, why didn't Kuching jump up there? I thought that was her thing. She jumps.
With sword comes shadow.
Ooh, okay. Now we hit it? Is that the idea? I'm gonna heal Eula, so this is a lot easier. Alright, let's not get too far behind chat. Large Pogger says his story. And he says, alright, so for the past 8 or 9 months, at random points, I would experience bad heart pains and difficulty breathing. I never really did anything about it as I was scared about finding out it was something seriously bad. When I got to New York, it started happening more often, and I knew I had to do something. I went to a triage doctor, and they referred me to a cardiologist, who had me get blood work done, an EKG, an ECG, and a chest x-ray all done in one day. He told me to have hope but prepare myself for the worst. Just today I got the results. That shit was clear as crystal and negative as an ion, baby. Fuck yeah. Yo, River says, let's go. Alright, Large Poggers. Heart pains and difficulty breathing. Dang, I'm so glad that you don't have, like, anything wrong with your hearts. With your hearts, I mean, your one heart. The one heart that you have. No signs of lung cancer, no signs of heart disease. Nice. That's awesome. Wait, but you did have, like, a little heart blip at one point. Is this related to that? I guess I don't get to be Walter White. Probably a good thing, Large Poggers. Probably a good thing. Let's revive Eula. Large Pogger's secret Time Lord? Wait, do Time Lords have multiple hearts? Is that a thing? That should be enough.
Beg for mercy.
Alright, plot twist. Large Poggers is an octopus with multiple hearts.
Shudder.
If that would be really interesting.
Rack and ruin.
Don't blink.
Wow, they don't make this fight easy.
Crush! Let us cross sword.
Make my escape. Not a dash.
Alright, Lunchbox says, so yeah, he thinks it's just panic attacks, which makes sense given my history with anxiety. Oh, and Time Lords have 2 or 3 hearts? 2 hearts, yeah, okay. Wait, is this Time Lords from Bravest Warriors? Or is that no, wait, that's a Motion Lord. Never mind. Alright, Octopi have 3 hearts. Lunchbox says, pretty sure that's what allows for their consistent regeneration. Oh, Doctor Who is the Time Lords. Got it. And their multiple hearts allow for consistent regeneration? Or is that octopi? Octopuses? Cows have 4. Wait, cows have 4 stomachs. Wait, that might be stomachs though, from Doctor Who. Okay, River, cows have 4 stomachs. I don't think they have 4 hearts. Let's get some more food to Eula. Stuff her up. Alright, that's why there's all those different doctors. Oh, wait, I thought they were all the same doctor, though. Oh, yeah, they just, like, regenerate. River. Yeah, it's 4 stomachs, River. Yeah, it's the same dude regenerating into a different people. True. Only octopus have more than 1. Oh, so... like, octopus is the only animal in the world that has more than 1 heart. Interesting. That's cool. Dang. Large poggers. Fun fact. I did the same thing as you when I was in university. Like, I got ECG, X-ray, all that same stuff. And it was just anxiety in the end. But I'm glad you're, like, you got it, I'll figure it out on your own as well. Like, yeah, it was really annoying. I had, like, a heart monitor on for 2 weeks. I had to, like, put it on all day. It was overkill. Like, my doctor should have known. She could have just been like, yeah, it's anxiety. We don't need to do this thing. Large Price says, you're forgetting me, apparently. Oh, yeah, it's octopi and large poggers, the only animals on the planet that have more than 1 heart. That's how this works. Yep. I'm good at drinking water, apparently. We had good-ass day all around. Nice, large poggers. Yeah, it's scary when you think there's something wrong with your heart. Much better when there is not.
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
Trevor says, I've heard the correct plural is octopodes. Are you serious?
Shudder.
Octopodes?
Eye for an eye.
Oh my god, Eula's Burst just took it out in 1 shot. I freaking love Eula's Burst. And Flash says, what do you mean large poggers is not an animal? They're a legend. Yo, okay, large pogs, not even an animal. Just a legend. Lovely.
What in the world was that thing? One moment it was human, the next it was a plant.
Yeah, so why was this imposter Albedo a plant? What the heck?
Is everyone all right?
We're fine. But can you please tell us what's going on? I don't understand.
Large Bar says, big facts. I am ethereal, incorporeal. Wait, imposter? Oh yeah, Large Pogs, you missed my recap of sus. Oh, okay, you're just saying that to make that joke. The recap was there's a thief that stole Albedo's alchemy notes and his paints. For some reason, they needed both of those. And then we found out that there's someone impersonating Albedo. Big hype. Ooh, bug hype? Yeah, everyone get hyped for the bugs. Wait, also, Flash, what is this thing that you sent in your last message? It looks like I can't tell what it is. It's like the small lines. Oh, it's an imposter. It's an Among Us guy. It's so small, it's hard to see, but I got what it means now. Yeah, it's an Among Us. Is that what they're called? An Among Us? Not like imposter or crew member?
I take it this monster is whom I had the pleasure of meeting last time.
Correct. As you might have guessed, this is a mutated whopper flower. An extremely rare kind.
So mutated whopper flowers can just make themselves look like Albedo if they want to? That's interesting. River says, it's a sussy baka. That is truth, River. River's speaking the truth.
But can whopper flowers turn into humans?
Not typically, but conditions on Dragonspine are far from typical.
Alright, we'll throw on the song requests. Ooh, nice. Kappa. Why not?
Perhaps the dragon's blood seeped into the land, then was passed to the monsters via the ley lines, accelerating their rate of mutation.
Song request is on? It's generally not on during quests, but this was a very short song. Only a minute long. I mean, technically it's always on. I just don't play it while I do quests. Alright.
How could that happen?
This mountain is home to the remains of Durin, the venomous dragon. If there is anywhere in the world one might expect life to do unfathomable things, it would most likely be here.
And that is like such a weird, interesting thing that Albedo's brother is Durin, the poison dragon that is there on, like, as the remains on Dragonspine. So that's weird. Launch Parker says, although I've been playing Rising recently, I shan't play its banger OST during quests. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Wait, Flash says, I'll go sleep now. Wait, are you actually, like, going to sleep now, Flash? As in you're leaving and sleeping? Flash Park says, that puts some kinks in my overarching theory. Yes, okay. Well, thanks for hanging out, Flash. I hope you have a good sleep. And I shall see you the next time I see you. Ooh, Large Pug says, maybe I'll catch up on Genshin lore when I get the chance. That's from Joshua's stream. Wow, he's got Yai emotes. Nice. Yeah, Joshua's pretty cool. I should probably follow him. And maybe raid at some point. But yeah, see ya, Flash. I hope you have a great night and a great sleep. Get some, always make sure to get good rest. It's important. But yeah, Large Pog said, that puts some kinks in my overarching theory. Maybe I'll catch up on Genshin lore when I get the chance. Yeah, so I guess you had some theories about Albedo's creation. Because yeah, so technically Durin and Albedo they're not like blood brothers, but they were both made by the same alchemist, who is Rheindotter, or aka Gold, from Conria. So that's a thing.
Durin was an artificially created life form.
Interesting,
Its
yeah.
existence is nothing short of a miracle, and proof of countless possibilities.
Yep, so Albedo and Durin were both synthetic beings created by an alchemist.
In other words, this mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries. A vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
Dang. Oh, Rivers. Oh, said you missed my day recap earlier. Yeah, the pharmacy wouldn't refill my anxiety meds a couple of days ago. I have more now, but I nearly had an anxiety/sensory overload attack at the rock climbing gym. Yeah. Large Pogger says, yeah, if I ever have time, I'll have to update my lore knowledge. Wait, Large Pogger, so do you have like a notebook of Genshin lore? Or you keep it all written down, or is it all written in your head? River says, better now, got a sock to knit. Nice. Oh yeah, both River and Large Poggers getting smacked around by anxiety. It sucks. Nah, just my big old brain. Nice, Large Poggers. Keep it locked in that mind palace of yours.
The avalanche. It must have been the work of this imposter.
It was pretty likely.
Agreed. All the other troubles you faced on the way down could also have been its handiwork. My guess is that it was targeting everyone that I've had contact with.
River says, shake my head, anxiety? Hate it when that happens. Yeah, like who wouldn't? It's the worst. You're anxious? Bro, just chill out. Shake my head. Like, that's all you gotta do. Like, when you're anxious, just chill out. It's that simple. Like, it couldn't be easier. It really isn't easy. Alright, did this Whopper flower steal your alchemy notes too? Wait, yeah, was it the flower that stole the notes?
Right, I forgot all about that.
It's not inconceivable.
But what was its purpose? Was it just trying to get rid of us?
River says it's too loud in here? WTF, just stop listening. Like, that's all you gotta do. Just, you can turn your ears off, right? There's like a internal switch. You just flick. Like, that's how ears work.
I have a preliminary hypothesis on this. Whopper flowers are masters of mimicry, and those we encounter in the wild often appear in the vicinity of the plants they impersonate. In other words, the Whopper flower likely has an instinct to replicate and replace. As a plant, it will disguise itself as another plant and infiltrate the group, hiding among them for cover. The plant being imitated has no way to detect or fight back against this behavior.
Do plants normally need to hide from other plants? I didn't know about these intricate social patterns of plants. Wait, is this a Burger King product placement? Wait, what are you talking about, River? Where's Burger King product placement? I'm looking. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Oh, the Whopper TM flower. Okay. Because we're talking about Whopper flowers. Got it, River. Dang. Wow. Why hasn't MiHoYo thought of that? Like, they already have Whopper flowers in the game. They can have, like, Genshin Whopper burgers in real life. They need to get on that. Alright, River. Someone tell MiHoYo to contact River. She has a very good idea. A new marketing strategy for MiHoYo.
But when it disguises itself as a human...
It wanted to replace you and infiltrate our group?
Yes. Maybe it created the avalanche to get rid of us. I predicted this eventuality, so I availed myself of the avalanche to hide and lure it out. It was watching us the whole time, and when it saw that I had disappeared, its instinct was to take my place. At that point, its disguise was complete, and its next move was to hunt its prey.
Wow, so Albedo was smart, and he basically tricked the imposter to reveal themselves. Nice. Dude, this Albedo's a friggin' genius.
Yes, that's exactly how whopper flowers operate.
So when it approached and attacked Joel, what was that? A trial run?
Perhaps. Or maybe it enjoyed posing as a human, and wanted to experience what it felt like to be human.
We're fortunate to have discovered it in time. I think the Traveler was the first person other than Albedo to notice something was wrong.
But you as well, Eula. You were very perceptive too.
Traveler, how could you tell the real me and my imposter apart?
The neck thing. That's how I could tell.
I want to know too. I had no idea the other guy was an imposter. They looked exactly the same to me.
Okay, yeah, they call it right out in the game. The imposter didn't have a star-shaped mark on its neck.
I see. It goes to show how difficult it is to impersonate a human. This mutant whopper flower tried its best to replicate the original exactly, but still managed to miss some details.
Unbelievable. To think that Dragonspine creates such terrifying possibilities.
And apparently main character can't talk out loud, so I'll do it for him. A whopper flower. It adds up. But a piece of the puzzle is still missing. Was this the same one we met on the day we were chasing the thief? It didn't feel quite the same. Could the whopper flower's mutation be unstable?
Anyway, at least we won in the end. It looks like my method did work after all. I used up all the bad luck, and the good luck finally came through.
About that, if you're referring to having fallen down the mountain and avoided injury, well, that's because I was secretly protecting you.
Yeah, sorry, Bennett. You have no good luck. It was all me. I did everything for you.
Huh? Well, that still counts as good luck to me.
I guess that kind of works.
Yes, that's not an unreasonable way of looking at it. Okay. We've been delayed long enough. Time to move on.
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, the quest isn't over? There's more quest? Oh, wait, this feels like the end of it. Nope, over there. Nope.
Woohoo! I'm back!
Oh yeah, we got to base camp. That was the whole point of the trip, to get to base camp.
Cyrus doesn't seem to be here. He must have headed up the mountain. Let's wait for him here.
Amber, are you feeling better?
I hope Cyrus is okay.
Yep, all good now. Nothing to worry about.
I don't know what I'd do without you guys. If not for you, I'd probably still be locked up in that cage. I really want to thank you all properly, but I can't think how at the moment.
Bennett could buy us some Whoppers? I would accept that as thanks, Bennett.
Huh? You must be pretty used to being on the receiving end of people's kindness by now, though, surely. You probably need it often enough, given your situation.
Come on, don't put it like that.
Your situation of just everything bad happening around you, Bennett.
Sure, plenty of people have shown me kindness before, but that doesn't mean I will ever take it for granted. No matter how many times people help me out in life, I will never forget any of them.
Good words, good words.
Well, instead of repaying those who helped you, perhaps you could help others yourself. Everyone meets others in need from time to time. By choosing to be there for them, you're passing the kindness you received onto others.
Yep, you're right. That's what I've always tried to do, and will always continue to do.
Nice.
Right. And when Cyrus gets back, I'll find some way to help him out too.
This has been quite an eventful day.
Yeah, very eventful. Like, lots of personal growth for Bennett. We found the imposter. Eula and Amber took an ice bath together. Lots of events.
Yeah, it has. It's really hit me how tired I am now that I've started to relax.
And Amber's putting the eyes on.
I need to rest. Everyone, please excuse me for a while.
Yeah, I need to get some water and maybe a piece of fruit. Once I'm rested up, I need to get back to being an instructor again.
Fruit's also good. Get some vitamin C.
Well, it looks like the curse of the mountaineers who couldn't get off the mountain is finally broken. Feels like an action-packed chapter has come to a close. Shall we find somewhere to rest and chat too?
There's Paimon just kind of explaining what happened. Yes, we had an action-packed chapter, and now it is over. That is literally the situation we're in.
Why not? Then please, come with me.
I knew Albedo had something to say to me.
You sensed something too, didn't you? Then let's go.
Ooh, maybe he's gonna reveal more things about himself, more lore.
Huh? Are you going back to your camp again? Paimon thought maybe we could talk here.
Come on, Paimon.
Okay. Might as well come with you.
Those angry eyes on Paimon. Those just straight up, severely angled eyebrows.
Good. Shall we set off right away?
Sure. Follow Albedo to a campsite in the mountains. Like his
Sorry
normal
for bringing you
campsite?
back here once again. Some topics are best discussed in private.
Albedo is always here. It's always this place where things go down.
Is this about the imposter?
That's right.
Lore time?
I have to say, Traveler, I'm very surprised you noticed the difference between me and the imposter.
Do you mean the mark on your neck?
Yes. This mark.
Ooh,
Perhaps it's where it all began.
interesting. How could the mark be where it all began?
Ooh, sounds like the beginning of a big story. Keep going.
Well, I can't deny that what I'm about to say does sound like something from a children's storybook. So, what do you think this diamond-shaped mark means?
Interesting. Does anyone have any guesses? Like, my personal guess is that the diamond-shaped mark means that he's a homunculus. He's, like, synthetically created. It's like a tag on a t-shirt. Or a logo. Wait, isn't Conria, like, their kind of symbol always the diamond shape? Maybe it means he's, like, a Conrian product. River says, it means he likes playing diamonds in card games. Got it, River. Yeah, maybe Albedo just really wants to be the queen of diamonds.
A tattoo? A crest? Something else?
Ooh, Traveler's Guess is a scar?
No. Consider it a birthmark.
Birthmark makes sense.
Have you ever seen an intricate glass ornament and wondered how it was made? Well, one method for crafting with glass is a technique known as glass blowing. Glass blowing is not a widely known art in Teyvat. For this reason, glassware made in this way is usually very expensive.
Probably also pretty expensive on Earth, too. Maybe.
As the name implies, glass blowing involves blowing air into a hole, much like blowing up a balloon. This type of glassware is known for having a pontil mark at the point where the blowpipe was inserted, where the hole was sealed at the very end. This mark is a sign that the item was crafted by a human hand.
So Albedo's neck diamond is his pontil mark? Was he blown into existence by a blowpipe? That would be weird.
Sounds kind of of amazing.
It is a wondrous and beautiful art form. Alice says that these marks are seen as proof of the maker's fine handiwork, the only flaw in an otherwise perfect work of art.
It's like a USB port. Maybe, River? Yeah, that's where they connect the homunculus creation device. Maybe it's also kind of like a belly button. It's like where the umbilical cord is connected and where it's no longer connected. So I guess since Albedo wasn't birthed normally, he probably has no belly button. That should be canon. No belly button on Albedo. Just a USB port on his neck.
My mark is something similar to this. The difference between synthetic and natural life lies in the directional flow of the life force. The energy of a natural life form flows out from within. That's why flower buds bloom and curled leaves unfold. And it's the very reason we watch and wonder at blossoming flowers. Creating life artificially, on the other hand, involves, to a certain extent, the introduction of an external source of energy into the embryonic life form. When the hole where the life force was infused is sealed at the end, it leaves a mark not dissimilar to the pontal mark in blown glasswares.
Introduction of an external energy source. So there is some sort of homunculus creation device.
The alchemical substance drips and spreads out in all directions, resulting in this rather ingenious diamond shape.
Wow. So that's where it came from.
That's so sus, because that looks like the symbol you see on lots of Conrian-related things. Did they just make everything with alchemy?
This mark is a sign of my artificial origins, and proof of my imperfection as a human. I presume that the imposter intentionally avoided replicating this mark, so as not to become less than perfect himself.
Whoa. Yeah, should you be telling me all this, Albedo? This seems dangerous for just anyone to know.
You are fundamentally different from other people. I have few qualms about sharing my secrets with you.
True, I guess we're also not a normal human, so. River says, alright, just finished pattern repeat 65/80. I'm getting close, gonna sleep now. 65 out of 80, so you've got 15 more patterns to do for the Sock River? Sounds like you're getting close, that's awesome. Alright, gonna sleep now. I hope you have a great sleep, River. Definitely want to get some rest after the day and the time that you've had. 15 left, yep, so 30 rows. Nice. Wow, so close. Looking forward to it. Yeah. I hope you have a great night, River. I hope you get lots of sleep. Get as much as you can. Have a great night, River. Oh, plus the rib edge, but whatever. Okay, so a little bit more work. But it's all good. You'll get there. You'll get it done. Okay. Bye, River.
Just as Paimon said, it all sounds like a story. Even if you were to tell anyone else, they would regard it as nothing more than a tall tale. The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined.
And hence the notion of otherness, where people like us feel different. We are the others. We're not like everyone else.
People like to believe that those who are thoroughly different from themselves could only ever exist in stories. It makes things much easier. Or, in other words, all the unfathomable things we've seen recently would make good material for a novel. I have friends who write novels. If they wrote this story, it'd probably be even more complex.
Making up stories is easy. Even Paimon can do that.
I'm sure it's easy to make up stories, but making up good stories, probably not as easy.
Oh. I didn't know you had that kind of talent.
You didn't know, Albedo. Paimon's a master novelist. She has 12 bestsellers in Mondstadt.
Paimon's the best guide into that! Making up stories is a piece of cake!
In that case, how about we have a storytelling contest? We can base our stories on the events of the last few days.
Oh, Kaida says, I missed it. But how did you like the fight cutscene? Holy crap, Kaida. That fight cutscene was so good. It was incredible. I love it when like all the characters get in on it. Like everyone like took part. Wait. Yeah, like Eula friggin' came out with her Song of Broken Pines. Albedo and the Traveler were like lightning quick on their swords. Amber like loosing an arrow, and then Bennett coming and slamming down with his fire sword attack. It was so good. I loved it.
Sounds great! But we still have to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah. Like, when they do good cutscenes, like, this game is so good.
I understand. Creativity is something that cannot be rushed. Take your time, and come back when you have found some inspiration.
And the first cutscene that I thought was really good was probably like the Osial, God of the Vortex cutscenes. No, wait, it probably started with the child fight. That's where I was like, whoa, things are getting good. And then the Osial, God of the Vortex cutscenes, that was incredible. That's like what made me like want to like play a lot more Genshin.
We'll see whose story is more compelling.
Oh, Kaida, do you have any favorite cutscenes?
Okay, we'll regroup with the Adventurers Guild for now.
Sure.
Ooh, here's a cutscene.
My story. Yes, I should have known. Master's failed specimen in the dragon's belly. This is where the story truly begins. If we switched places, if you were the survivor, then as the abandoned experiment, the failure of the primordial human project, I'd want to replace you too. I would replicate your appearance, study your alchemy, and create miraculous life forms to divert your attention. I would wait for the right moment, then dispose of you and the Traveler, the sole person to have known your secret. And then, I could finally experience the joy of being brought into the world.
Wow. Wow, so the whole Albedo imposter was really Jiren. Jiren was the one behind it. Interesting. Kaida says, the fake Albedo fight is my new favorite. Nice. It was really good. Alright, so you got a new favorite. Yeah. It was so good. I think it's definitely one of my favorites now. My favorite is still when Kazuha unlocks the second vision and he fights A with both visions at the same time. That's still my favorite cutscene. It was so intense. Yeah, that was my old favorite. Okay. Yeah, it's such a good scene. Alright, Rise of the Fell Flower. Oh, do we have to do a bunch of fighting the flower? I'll do that some other time. Alright, we finished the quest. Alright, let's heal a bit. And then... Wait, is there... Oh, yeah, so this would take us to the web event. where we could do painting. So that is a thing. That's interesting. Alright, 11:45. Let me check. Alright. I'm not sure if anyone wants to, but if anyone does want to, I need to do some bosses. So I'm down to co-op if anyone is interested. Large Party says, cut and stream right at 12 today? Yeah, probably gonna cut it pretty close tonight. I just got a couple of bosses to do, and I forgot to make condensed resin. So I have been sitting at 160 for a little while. But I gotta do Cryo Cube and Electro Cube. So I'll just do a couple of those, and then I'm not too late to stream. I have D-Luke on the bell. Because once I'm done leveling up Eula, I will never need D-Luke again. Large Pogger says, well, have fun with that, homie. Alright, not helping me out, Large Poggers. Thanks so much for all your help. Making me do bosses by myself because you don't play Genshin anymore.
Everybody stand back!
Please hit it, please hit it. Oh, it went away first. Wow, make me go all the way over there, why don't you? Alright. Good little strategy, get Bennett to do the slashing of the cryo bits, we'll call them. Large Fire says, sorry man, too busy drowning in pleasure thanks to the new Final Fantasy XIV expansion update. Nice, Large Poggers, there was a new expansion update. What did said update bring to the wonderful world of Final Fantasy XIV? Did it bring wondrous things to make all your dreams come true? Yeah, it dropped at 4 a.m. last night. Large Poggers, I hope you were not up at 4 a.m. last night. Please tell me you weren't. Literally, yes, though. Nice. It made all your dreams come true. I am glad to hear it.
More speed.
Like, so many improvements that I wanted to happen, happened. Nice. Now, isn't that just nice when a game developer makes all the improvements that you want? That's incredible.
Let's light it up! One with nature.
Oh, no, I actually planned on staying up till 4, but I crashed at 2. No way. Yeah, stay up till 4.
Adventure
Not the best
going.
idea.
Let's light it up! Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Seems I didn't miss much. The server waitlists were in the 4,000s. Wow, so you actually, in Final Fantasy XIV, you sometimes have to wait to get on the server? Or is that just extremely rare and only happens around an update? Bleh. Oh, well, because the server can't handle infinite people. That is true. Of course, servers can't handle infinite people. But there are not infinite people on the world. So, shouldn't there be that much of a problem? Oh, it's a very common MMO thing. No way. Yeah, I guess when there's, like, spikes of people, it's going to be harder for the servers to handle. Whereas, like, they can handle the average number of people, but when there's a spike, can't really handle it. Ooh, oh yeah, I need one more for coaching. Server waitlists are a daily thing, but they're usually in the 30s and take like 20 seconds to wait though. Okay. 20 seconds is not that bad. That's pretty... oh, it's doable. Moment of syzygy. Oh yeah, New Abyss. Large poggers. You probably have not heard about the New Abyss. It looks like pain. Oh, this is snowman stuff. Let's do Dragon Spine special training while we wait for the resurgence of the cube. I'll do, yeah, this one's pretty simple to do. But with a massive expansion like Endwalker coming out for early access, those waitlists jump. Massive. Alright, what's the New Abyss? Alright, there's only one big annoying thing in the Abyss. And so it's, remember how floor 12, chamber 2 had a Magu Kenki with a crap ton of HP? Well, and it was also like the first half of chamber 2 on floor 12. So it wasn't that bad. But what they did this time around was they took that Magu Kenki and were like, okay, you know what? That Magu Kenki with all the HP, we're gonna change it up for you. How about we give you 3 Magu Kenkis and put it on the second half of chamber 2? Is that better? No, miHoYo, no thank you. That's not what we wanted. 3 Magu Kenkis in the same floor at the same time. So that'll be pain. Are you kidding me? Nope. I am not kidding you, large poggers. That is the honest truth. That is the New Abyss. That is what we have to live with now. That doesn't even seem fair or fun, just grinding. Yep. Well, I'll see when I actually try it. It's like... yeah, glad I don't ever deal with grinding anymore. Yeah, grinding sucks. Grinding's the worst part of anything, really. Ooh, crystal flies. Oh, this guy.
Into the wind.
Yeah, the worst part is that, like, it's on the second half, too. Like, I don't mind that much when the hard stuff is on the first half, and if you mess up, you can just restart, and it's not a big deal. But, like, the first half, they just put 2 Geoviships. It's like, okay, I can get through 2 Geoviships just fine. It would have been nice if it were on the second half, because then if I pass the 3 Magu Kenkis, then it's smooth sailing. But no. Large Parker says, I honestly think Rising is the utter opposite of Genshin, but like in a good way. But how is it the opposite of Genshin? How does that work exactly? How much other stuff do we have? Oh, I guess I could do battle and stuff. Oh, when you play, you'll see. Alright, sounds good, Large Poggers. I guess I'll just have to play the game and I'll find out. Alright, one more cube. Oh, wow, we might even make it for midnight. Which is perfectly on time. Kill a cube, kill another cube.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
As one with wind and cloud.
Got it down a decent amount. Is it your wait. It is your post Pokemon, right? Or did you have another game in mind? Nope, that is what I was planning for post Pokemon.
Retribution!
Yeah, so after we finish Pokemon Emerald, I'll switch over to Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah. Off we go.
Oh crap, I forgot there's another part to this. You gotta kill the cube till it's actually dead. Alright, speaking of, your Pokemon run has actually been really fun to watch, which I'd never thought I'd say about a Pokemon serial stream. Wow, thank you so much, Large Poggers. I'm very glad you've been enjoying it. Like, I never, like, when I started streaming, I never really thought I would play Pokemon on stream. But then when everyone suggested it, I was like, okay, I can give this a try. And, like, it has been pretty good. Like, sometimes I'm a little, maybe a little surprised you think it's been fun to watch. Because, like, there's a decent amount of grinding in Pokemon. And wow, that rendering didn't work out well. There's a decent amount of grinding. And sometimes I feel like the grinding isn't, like, that enjoyable to watch. Oh, fun to watch, not to play. Yeah, true. I guess I can make it interesting for everyone to watch. But not as interesting for me to grind on stream. Alright, BRB. Alright. You BRB, Large Poggers. Alright. Come on, Electrocube. No, he's not even close. Not even close to hitting Bennett.
I'm going in. Witness the power of Gawai. Rain outlines your fate.
Alright. Expose yourself, and I'll keep hitting you. Nice. There we go. Oh, never mind, I'm back. Missed my dungeon queue. Oh no! I'm sorry, Large Poggers. I'm sorry for distracting you. But don't worry, we'll be done soon and you won't have any more distractions. You will not need to miss your dungeon queues. Alright, got the stuff needed. Wow, attack circlets with both the highest possible crit rate and crit damage. Will it ever be good? Yeah, in Final Fantasy, when you queue up for a dungeon, you enter a wait list, and then it picks you. You have 45 seconds to accept into the dungeon. I missed it. Dang. Wow, it's just like you got a window, and if you miss it, you miss it. That sucks. Wow, that rendering didn't... Wow, they're messing up the rendering on these trees a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna do this on stream. We're ascending frigging Kuching. once I build the things that I need to build for her. This is just for fun. I'm getting her to level 70 because she's in my friendship team now. Because my friendship team is actually good now that I've got 2 5-stars in it. Lashpire says, it's fine though. With the number of players in the server at the moment, the waitlist is sub 3 minutes, so not even bad. Nice. Not waiting for very long is very nice. So I just need 2 of these guys. Perfect. Alright, now I can finally unlock Kuching's other talent. Get her ascended.
Yesterday's experiences make me stronger today. And most of those experiences are ones that I share with you.
Yes, your experiences often do make you stronger. Alright, we did a bunch of things. We saw the awesome, like really awesome cutscene. Yeah, might as well end on Kuching. She's got that little smile there. Alright, who do we have to raid tonight? Yeah, that was a pretty neat cutscene. It was cool. And we learned like a bit more about like lore. We finally learned what Albedo's neck diamond was for. What that's all about. That is interesting. Oh yeah, so VOD channel is up now. I'll be like consistently uploading previous streams when I can. Probably try for at least one a day. And yeah, there's like the link on my Twitch that you can see down here. Stream VODs. So if you happen to want to see them, you can click that. I'll also like do an announcement in Discord. But for now, who can we raid? Nice, yeah. Alright, we got a couple people who we just raided, so we'll raid someone that we haven't raided in a little while. Wait, okay, this is kind of interesting. Lushbar says, I'm gonna hop off right after the raid, but sure, we can do it. Wait, are you saying there's no one in stream? It's not just us? There's other people, probably. Wait, actually, I should check what this couple of streamers are doing. Sub-raid and raid large poggers always got to do both. Not everyone's subbed. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Thanks, large poggers. I mean, I don't want to burst your bubble, but... Wait, we bursted my bubble, large poggers? No one else is here? I always keep my viewer count off. So I never exactly know how many people are in stream. I don't know what is happening in these two streams that I'm looking at. Oh, we have 5 viewers actually. Nice. Oh wait, I would just okay. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give Tornix a raid. He's playing Nier, which I haven't played, so I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers. But we're gonna go hop in his stream. Because all the other Genshin streamers seem to be busy at the moment with other stuff going on right now. Alright, cool. Alright, I gotta copy my raid message so I don't miss that. Wait, that's the... Alright, there's the other one. Alright, thanks everyone so much for hanging out tonight. We saw some good stuff. Alright, what were those streams you were talking about? The weird one. Oh yeah, there was one, alright, person was playing Fortnite, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, there was someone talking, and it wasn't the streamer. And I realized that they were on voice chat with like a 13-year-old. So I was like, okay, probably not the best place to raid right now. Alright. Alright, but we know Tornix. We're gonna go raid him. He's been doing more Genshin lately. So I think he might grow a little bit more. He's been small for a while. So I hope things go well for him. He's a good guy. But I hope everyone has a great night. It was a good night for us, so I'll see you next time. Agreed. Yeah, large poggers. Alright, I'm starting the raid. Goodbye, everybody. Oh no, Yufu's late. Night to everyone. Don't worry, Yufu. We're going to Tornix. So, have a good night, Yufu. Welcome to W. I appreciate Yufu. Before we go, I appreciate you being here so much. Really appreciate it, man. Bye, everyone. Raid's happening.